And now, from the CapsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show.
Plumber's butt crack looks like boobs.
Welcome, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties, even though everything was working an hour before you got here. I'm going to kick on some microphones here so people can talk freely. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully I can get the cameras working here eventually.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. But hey, you know, we're here. We're live. Live shit happens. I'm going to still fuck with it for a little bit. Ben, how are you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good, brother.
Welcome, Ben.
Welcome to Riverview.
All right.
Everybody traveled their 2 hours to get here.
Used to take about 15 minutes back in the day, but
right.
Now you have to take a train to get here. What the hell?
Yeah. Yep. I apologize. All my traffic people, you know, just
my flight got delayed twice.
Holy cow!
You took a layover in Brandon.
Oh fuck!
And
it was horrible.
You still weren't even late. That's awesome.
Hey, you know, when I commit.
Yeah. Well, you know. It's good that at least when you got here, you had some food, you had some pizza, you had some shrimps. It's all good. Who's playing tonight? We got Jason over there. He brought his axe. He brought his 7-string. Brad brought his guitar, so we're going to get to some of that in a little bit. But I want to talk to you guys. This room is probably, I'm just going to guess, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say 80 years of music in this room right now.
Oh, easy.
Easy, right. Probably more.
Is that not counting you?
That's true. It's not counting me for sure because, you know.
Well, I just turned 21, so you might have to.
Well, I'm talking recording years, so, you know.
Might have to adjust a little bit.
I know
recording,
all right,
recording
23.
years?
Yeah. So recording years, probably, I mean.
I got 39.
You got 39 yourself, so shit.
Yes.
That's insane.
You probably do too, don't you?
I haven't sold. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So honestly, I have at least that myself. I mean, first studio I was in, I was 12.
Ah.
So
damn. You want to
putting the demo together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's 30 some for me too, Ben.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So shit, we're over 100 years.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
wow.
more. It's 40.
Thanks for making us feel great.
I suck at math. I've been playing it live at some capacity, you know, even at a small scale since 1990. So whatever.
We did the single in '84.
For about 120 years, sir.
What are you saying?
Yay, that worked.
You know, 375 years ago.
We officially now have video for those tuning in.
Right.
So we have Ben Meyer, former Nasty Savage guitarist, now solo artist. We have Brad Meyer. He is the founder of Must Not Kill and lead guitarist. And we have Jason Stallworth. He is the co-founder of Medal Masterminds and solo artist. He has a new album coming out soon we'll talk about. And we have Doug Lee. He is the vocalist of Siren. So there we go. How did that go? And
all right.
That was almost professional.
Almost professional. Almost broadcast.
I mean,
material.
you're talking about 527 years of recording experience here. Just keeps going up as the drinks go down.
Very true. So, yeah, I would say it's well over 100 years of experienced musicians in here. So it's kind of intimidating in a way, but, you know, it's a pleasure to have you guys out here. And everybody's been to my studio before.
Hey, Drew.
Yep. Go ahead.
Just remember, we're regular people just like you.
You know.
All right. So, I mean, keep the
that,
thing.
that entourage you had at the Brass Mug the other night.
I'm telling you.
It took me like 10 minutes just to get up to you and shake your hand.
I tried to part the C, but I'm glad you understand.
I do. So, you've got a tour coming up.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're going out with Sorcerer. Leaving Saturday. Playing. We're calling it the G Spot Tour because we're playing Gainesville, Florida, Gainesville, Georgia, and Greensville, South Carolina, and
Okay.
possible North Carolina gig. I'm not sure where that one's at, but yeah, just doing like a short little run, but should be a lot of fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
So on your way up there, there's a story about a haunted lake. Have you heard about it?
Nope. Where's this?
It's called Lake Lorraine, I think. It's basically a town back in the 30s that they decided to open a floodgate on, and it basically flooded the town. But they evacuated the town. But there were a lot of people that lived in the town, and like a lot of cemeteries and graveyards and whatnot. A lot of history there. If you're around that area, check it out because apparently it's like an extremely haunted lake.
Tour's canceled. I don't do like
Well,
poltergeists and shit.
It's a very well known tourist spot apparently.
Ben, you want to take my spot, man? You can learn the songs real quick.
Only if it's a city with G, you know.
Well, it'll be for the T-shirt.
Ghost.
Gibsonton.
So
There you go.
yeah, exactly. So Jason, you've got a new album coming out. You had to re-record it, or at least the guitar parts.
Long story short, I started this album 2.5 years ago. The drummer, Cameron Fleury, out of Canada, amazing metal drummer for hire. He works with a lot of artists and bands, but he recorded the drums 2.5 years ago. I put everything on hold. This is shortly after I left my real job to be a guitar player. Don't do that, guys. But no, it's been phenomenal. But anyway, I put it on hold to start Medal Mastermind, which is a educational platform and community for metal musicians, with Ken Candelas, a pro audio engineer and founder of Cinematic Metal Homeric out of New York. He works with a lot of folks up there, including Michael Romeo, Symphony X, and he works closely with Kia with Unearth as well. So we started this thing. So now I've got back to it now that that's launched and yada yada. So but I've rewritten a lot of the songs. But yeah, it's finally done. All that said, it will release on December 1st this year.
Okay. So Doug,
Yes.
what's going on? So you played out with Jason, I saw the other night.
We did. We had a lot of fun at that little get together.
Was that happenstance?
No, it was a bunch of my classmates from my class. Of
I know the
Brandon High
show was
School.
planned. It was like a reunion of some sort, right?
10-year,
Yeah, well,
right?
the fact that we got together and jammed was kind of happenstance.
Okay.
Just the people that randomly came up, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now I know Jason's pushing you a little bit to do more solo gigs. Is that in the works?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a lot of people pushing me.
We won't mention the butt plug in the garage, but
No.
you're not getting pushed on that tonight. Don't worry. We're not talking about it.
Now, if I may say, Doug and I,
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
we
I thought that's why we were here.
Oh,
I'm a
stand
little
in line
confused.
for it. Yeah. Well, Joe's
Some
out
of
of
you
town.
might have to share.
What's the theme of the show? Oh.
Butt plugs with Drew.
All right, there you go.
well, you and I are writing something, Doug. So we
Ouch.
started writing something, and we hope to finish that early
Yes,
next
we
year
do.
too. So that's
Okay.
coming.
We're going to release something
Yeah.
All right.
sometime next year.
Well, I'm not going to be left out, Ben. Let's start writing something.
Why not?
You know,
Yeah.
these two ain't going to grab all the limelight.
Well,
I mean, come on.
The song's about you
There's
guys.
785 years of recording experience in here.
786. You counted wrong.
You're correct. You're
Yeah.
correct.
So, Ben, 24 hours. How did you said 24 hours of shows this week alone?
Yeah. That's insane, huh?
Yeah. Didn't you cancel some? I thought you said you canceled some shows this year. Or was that Jason that said that? Somebody said that.
I've never
Not canceled, but slowed down some shows. Like you weren't playing out as
Well,
much.
you know, in 2019, I did 300 shows, and so now I'm in the 2 to 250 range this year. So it's like, you know, I'm not trying to do 300, but, you know, trying to balance it out a little bit, but not canceling anything.
Right. How many steps do you have in today?
Good question. I'd say about 13,000.
13,000. Your record is what, like 32,000?
A couple weeks ago, we got it was 38,000 something.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
What does that convert to in miles?
I think it's about
God, I'm lazy.
about 18.
Jesus.
18 miles?
That's almost as much years as guitarist
Did your
experience
feet,
we
did your
have.
feet hurt?
No.
I'm really lazy.
Me too, compared to
300 shows a year,
Right.
18,000
18
steps.
steps.
Jesus. Ben, slow down a little bit, man.
Yeah, man. I
A
don't
little
know.
bit.
That's insane.
Enjoy your life, please. Stop walking away from it.
While I'm walking, I'm sitting there booking shows.
Right.
It's
It's like,
add it up on the.
Ben, what's that metronome we hear in the background? That's my feet.
Double
I walk
bass.
at 120 beats per minute.
Oh, shit. But that's good. I mean, it keeps you healthy. Who's going to try some of this rum that we brought tonight with Drinking with Drew? We're going
Ooh.
to sample some
Thanks to Joe.
What you got?
Rhone Barcelo, and it's an imperial rum.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's aged, not as aged as everybody in this room knows. So it's probably,
Less than 186 years?
probably. So we're going to try that later, I think, if we can get that organized. I kind of wanted to plan this show thinking of, because Jason's channel, you have a lot of people on your show, Jason, that you inspire a lot of people, a lot of new guitarists, learning new riffs, trying to, like the show we had, getting back into playing guitar and whatnot. So we're going to have some questions that I'm going to throw at you guys that might inspire some people who are maybe in the band just starting or trying to get out there, but also just to kind of dig into your heads a little bit and talk more about what inspired you personally, what might dig you out of a hole if you're in a creative hole, and talk a little bit about that. Anybody that's listening, you can feel free to call in. You can chat live. Are you monitoring the chats, Laura?
Yes.
Laura is here. She's not on mic or camera tonight. Jesus Christ. Excuse you, Jason.
No, that looks like a
I
smaller
thought the butt plug
door.
wasn't in play tonight. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, that's a different one, apparently.
Of course, we all go there.
I'm really confused about this show.
That's a cork one.
Yeah,
A cork
a
plug?
little bit softer.
So, Ben, I'm going to ask you a question here.
All right.
What are some ways that helps with your creativity when you're trying to think of a riff or a song or something new and you're just kind of not coming up with something besides walking 32,000 steps a day? 38,000.
You just picking up the guitar is the hardest part. Once you get the guitar picked up, you get creative and you get ideas. Just doing it and making that happen. But I use like a drum machine. I think it's a Boss DR 550, I believe it is, and it's got all these different beats, and you can do different bass patterns, and
Nice.
they're already built. If you're familiar with that, but it's kind of cool just to jam with, and you get some different ideas, and you can take them on your own and go get creative and change different keys. And
Okay.
but you just got to pick it up and record it, and if it's original, or if you're learning a cover, you kind of I'll go on online and maybe download the lyrics, and then and kind of study the song and see if I really think I can do it, and maybe I'll even adjust the pitch to match my voice rather than trying to.
So my new band, Must Not Kill Inc. I'm starting this. It's all just one string higher. We're playing
Yeah.
A's instead of E's.
Yeah, go with that.
I'm getting real creative.
Playing drop A.
No, that's a good idea, Jason. I wanted to talk to you about that because when you're recording, I know you have a drummer. Was it Texas, Canada?
Texas.
Texas, Canada, yeah.
Texas, Canada, same place, right?
So close.
Do you use a similar setup when creating? Because I wanted to go to your house and fuck around with your drum machine.
All I do when creating, and this is what I do for all my lessons and courses and YouTube, I just use Tune Tracks Easy Drummer. They have some metal packs like Death Metal Pack, Metal Machine, and so forth. And you can get, I just use loops out of that, a lot of double bass patterns. And when writing my own music, though, that I'm going to actually produce and put out there and all, professionally, I'll do the initial tracks of that, but I'll send it to the drummer, but I'll give him free reign. I'm like, dude, you just, take off with it. You're the drummer. I'm not. So, Brad, kind of like what you talked about, you give a lot of creative freedom to your band, to the folks who Must Not Kill. We talked about that on my channel. But just for practicing and anything else outside of releasing something, I just use Easy Drummer, the loops in there.
Okay.
You believe that? Oh, never mind.
No, did I believe that? Oh, again. I take it back, Brad.
Yeah. So when you guys, so for those who don't know, I brag about it all the time. Brad and the guys at Must Not Kill, they created the song for the Drinking with Drew show. I love the song. I play it probably way too much.
It's cool.
No such thing.
The Scary Monster song is Garby's son.
Keep
calls
your
it.
adulations going. I'll just.
Yeah.
They're sparkly today.
Yeah. So when you guys recorded that song, you weren't in the studio, but you were kind of, everybody was recording their own tracks and sending it in to.
No, I actually just went. I kind of composed the whole thing and went in and recorded it real quick, and I pretty much knew what I wanted everybody to do with it. So it was just to save time. I just, usually I give everybody artistic freedom to do whatever the hell they want to do on something. But I just heard that whole intro a certain way in my head, and I just put it together real quick. And normally I don't do that because I like to have everyone involved. But, even me saying that, everybody put their own flavor on it when they play on it, But, it came real quick, and I thought it sounded awesome, so.
What did you think about Will James's acoustic version of the Drinking with Drew show?
I didn't hear that.
You were? Yes, you did. You were there at Finn's. Remember you played that?
Yeah. Sorry.
On the fly acoustic version. Yeah.
I think one of the shots I did probably kicked in right around that time, so.
Probably.
Got a little fuzzy.
Doug.
I like that place. I like
It is a cool place.
Yeah, I like that a lot, man. You played there, Ben, right?
Fins?
Yeah, Fins.
I haven't been there.
Yeah, that's a cool place, man.
You should play there, man. The food's good, and it's a nice atmosphere there. It's cool.
Doug, did you find those blueberry beers?
I did.
Okay, there were 2 or 3 in there. I was like, Doug's gonna.
He's got one more in the cooler.
Okay, cool.
Somebody help me find
Yeah,
them.
I was holding those especially for you, so I was gonna
That's
make sure you
awesome.
had them tonight.
Appreciate it.
Do you want to put ice in these?
That's what I was going to ask. Who wants ice?
Yeah, who wants ice and who does not want ice? And who wants an actual shot or just a sippy drink? Because I'm just doing a sippy drink.
I need to sip.
All right, I'm a sipper. I'm an ice and sipper.
I'm a nice and
Thumbs up for
sipper.
ice.
All right, do it all.
Do it all.
Bye-bye.
Let's
Just
just
make it simple.
pass the bottle around. We'll just do it old school around the
Old
campfire
school.
shit.
Is this
Man,
ice
that-
bad? Or
Pass the
is it
joint,
No, it's good.
pass the bottle.
That rum looks like bourbon.
Let's get fucked up.
All right.
Pretty,
Let's cut class tomorrow.
How old school are we
or
going?
work.
Maybe
I
I
mean,
took it too far.
No. At least 13.
So you played at Finn's?
Did I play at Fins? No, I didn't play at Fins. My drummer does.
Oh.
Yeah, he does kind of like what.
Because he's the
Ben
guitar
these
player
guys
too,
do.
Really?
right?
Yeah,
He's a
he plays-
guitarist, a
yeah.
bassist,
He does
a
everything.
drummer,
I saw that episode.
Yeah. No,
vocalist,
he's
everything.
really good, man. He just does it all, man.
Wow.
He does he has a drummer with him. He does like a little 2-piece thing, and then he does his own solo stuff with these guys. So yeah, he's a great musician.
I was talking to your vocalist at the death metal thing. The guy with the
Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Yep. With the beard.
Mhm.
Well, you got a beard too. So.
Yeah, we all do.
Take one with the beard.
I think mine's more epic than.
Pretty sure that's
all
how
those.
Joe described your band, is the band with the beard. And I'm like, you mean Must Not Kill? He's like, okay, yeah,
That one.
that one.
We used to walk into venues, and they always said, "Man, we need beards."
Must not trim.
We're the ZZ top of death metal.
Right.
Sweet.
Hey,
a good
Billy
place
Gibbons
to
is
be.
a man, man. I love ZZ Top.
Not a bad place to
Let's
be.
go back to you so I don't get in the cameras.
The ZZ
One of my
Top metal.
favorites.
They are
Alright.
like amazing.
Laura is passing some.
Hey, if Jimi Hendrix says,
Beverage
"Look out
around.
for this guy from Texas named Billy Gibbons," you gotta pay attention to ZZ
Wow, Jimmy
Top.
said that? Wow.
Yeah.
He would
Wow.
have
Yeah.
had a beard too if he could grow one.
So we're
what's
gonna.
this called now?
This is called a Ron Basello
Ron
Imperial
Basello.
Rum.
Boy, it smells like it's got some age on it. It smells
Yeah, it
pretty
says
good.
Oh, yeah.
aged rum. It does. Maybe I should have said that. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do a cheers to the Drinking with Drew show. Thank you guys
All
for
right,
coming
thank
out.
you.
No,
Cheers.
thank you for having us.
Cheerio.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers, guys.
Smells delicious.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Definitely rum.
Yeah, I like anything where it doesn't like give me the gas face.
That's actually pretty smooth.
I'm going old school.
All right.
It looks like
I'm going
bourbon.
third base.
It does look
Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Me likes.
We'll see how well it mixes with hot dogs and shrimp.
What was the one we had the last?
And beer and
The last time we were here, we had a Kraken.
That Kraken, yeah.
That wasn't bad either.
Actually, I still have some of that.
Yeah, that was good. I like the dark,
Yeah.
The Kraken is
spicy
good.
stuff.
Crack.
It's a little bit darker than this,
Yeah,
but this
Kraken.
is pretty rich.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all expect a salad shooter.
I think when
from
you
what
drink
Drew
this,
just
you have to
said.
have your pinky
That's why
extended
the
a little
plugs
bit.
are here.
Yes. Yes.
Because
I'm gonna plug that shooter.
we're high class around here.
Right.
I don't know about Ben, but you know.
Yeah, it's not bad. I would
Ben, you're-
definitely love the ice part.
Love being around you, brother.
Who did not get the ice in theirs?
Everyone got ice.
Everybody got ice. Okay. Can you get me another beer?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Definitely a cigar type of rum.
You're right. I get
This is an amazing talk show. You
I
get
get that.
cultured.
Yeah.
You learn a lot of things about your local musicians. It's great.
Yeah. Do you smoke cigars, Doug?
I have on occasion.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I didn't know. I have a few in there if you want to partake later. I will share a stogie with you.
That sounds incredible.
So, Jason, what are some of the ways that you get your creativity flowing?
You know, Ben brought up a good point earlier. Just pick up the guitar and play, and that's really all I do. I love it. There are times where maybe you don't feel so creative, so you might take a break. But I do this. I make a living off of music, in some form. That's all I do. So, and there's different ways to bring that out. I mean, picking up the guitar is one. Writing lyrics is another one, maybe even picking up if you have a bass guitar, pick that up. You might come up with something different than what you're normally playing. One more thing I'll give to the guitar players watching is play around in different keys. I'm doing a lesson right now in the key of G minor. Nobody plays in G minor, right? Not many, and without tuning the guitar differently. But that way you learn the fretboard better. You just come up with different ideas. So that's just kind of a little, side tip.
And Brad, you play the one-fingered what?
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
Yeah, and a
That-
didgeridoo. I'm bringing it back.
Didgeridoo.
I mean,
All right, we have a call in. Do we want to take the call?
yeah, we do.
Okay, let's see how this goes here. Can you hear us? You're on the Drinking with Drew show. Maybe.
Howdy, y'all. I live in South Carolina.
Jesus Christ.
Watching live from South Carolina.
Awesome.
How did we not know that we would have a South Carolinian caller? Let me guess. You go by the name of Will because everybody in South Carolina is named Will.
No, my name's Willie. My name is Willie. From the show.
Okay.
But, the Must Not Be a Killer band is going to be playing tonight, or the tune. I wanted some info on the tour.
We discussed that earlier. You may have missed it. We pride ourselves on being prompt on the show, and we discussed that in the first 2 minutes of the show.
Except on the start time.
Except for the start time, it was 17 minutes late with some tough technical difficulties also. So
It's been rough.
It's great. Different time zones between South Carolina and Florida. I can understand how it might be confusing. But at the same time, I wanted to congratulate, in all seriousness, Jason Stallworth for having us fellow Will on the show and talking about some of that stuff that we were talking about. Pick up a bass, y'all. Make sure you play the bass guitar. It's good for you.
yeah, that's what we're hearing today. Have you played the ukulele before?
I played the one-finger ukulele.
There you go.
One finger?
Mm-hmm.
You're from the
You
south.
only really need one finger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they do down there.
Lose the other three in a lawnmower accident.
Seriously, guys, thank you so much.
Hey.
Signing out from South Carolina, Drinking with Drew, Jason Stallworth, Must Not Kill, coming to a town near you soon. Take care.
All right, Willie, we
Party
appreciate
on.
the call. We
Party on,
appreciate
Willie.
the
Number one fan.
If it starts with a G, he might see us.
That's
call.
good.
Yeah. Thank you, Willie.
Can I get a green
And
bill
that's
there?
the guy I play music with.
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, we got our call for the night.
Was that your drummer?
Yeah, as well.
Of course, your drummer, right? It's
Was
gotta
it
be the
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that was the one and only Lil
unbelievable.
James.
Lil James.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Man of many talents.
He's got some issues.
Yeah,
And many voices, apparently.
yeah. New voices.
That dude.
Usually in his head, but, this one escaped.
Don't we all?
Sometimes they talk to us.
Yes, indeed. So, Doug, what do you have going on? You're writing with Jason.
We're gonna work on something when he gets
Okay.
back from his little
Now,
vacation.
is this metal or is it some classic rock?
Oh,
What do you got going on?
It's way metal.
Way metal. Okay.
Yes, but there's a Siren show in the works.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's in the early stages. It's gonna
Okay.
be at the Brass Tap. We don't have a date yet.
Brass
it's gonna
Mug?
be.
Brass mug.
I'm sorry.
I even knew that.
The brass tap.
I always think
We
Brass
can call the
Tap.
Brass Tap, see if they want some metal shows there. It's always
They closed the good one down, but yeah, it's gonna be the Brass Mug. It's gonna be Siren, Oblivion, and a band from Bradenton called Season of the Wolf, and possibly Jason Stallworth. And it's gonna be probably in sometime in February, maybe January, but
okay.
it's still in the early planning stages. So
All right. Very cool. Very cool. And Ben, I would ask you about your shows, but you're all over the place. You're doing 5 shows a week.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So you're at. Give me a list because I have them in my head, but I know I'll screw it up if I spout them out.
This Friday at East Side Lounge, 6 to 10. And then there's this fall festival in Gibsonton. Invites families, kids. They got all kinds of stuff, vendors. And they have me play, 11 to 2 on this Saturday. And then on the Sunday, I play there 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. But they got all kinds of vendors. It's all free, and it's really pretty cool. They got camel rides for the kids, petting zoos. You can feed turtles. And,
camel rides.
I got one of those last night.
Yeah, they real cool. And also Saturday, right after I leave there, I'm going to Dade City Moose to play with a full band there, and 6 to 10, and that's just this week. And today I played earlier, but it's just love what I do. It's having fun.
Right. Awesome, man.
How does the Dade City Moose differ from other mooses?
Like Willie's Moose.
It's a little more southern, yeah, but they it's actually the cool.
I'm gonna make it out there
they're
one of these days.
They're really cool there, man. They really they like to rock out, and they really appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Brad, I'm going to say that you probably never lose your creativity, but when you do, what ways do you use to come back into focus?
God, let me think back when did that happen.
Well, we've got 736 years of musicians here, so I'm guessing like in year 1.
Actually, it happens a lot. I mean, just probably like these guys here. I mean, you just run into a dry spot, and you're like, what the hell? But for me, what always works for me, it's a little different from like what Jason does or anybody, is I actually just throw on music. And like I'll throw on either Pandora or Spotify or something and just hit random.
Yeah.
And just whatever comes on, I play to it. And I've always done that, even when I first started playing, because I never really liked to figure out like a song to the T, because I wanted to be my own player.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just kind of grab what interested me in the song. If it was a solo, whatever the chorus or whatever was going on. But I'll do that just randomly and just jam with something. And before I know it, I'm not playing along with that song. I'm actually going back to writing what I was writing. And then
Gotcha.
it usually, works itself out that way. That's usually how I just rehearse.
I thought you were going to say like punch a wall or.
Not lately.
Okay.
No, that hurts. But
He needs his hands to work.
yeah. But no, that's usually how I practice is I'll just throw on whatever and just jam to it. Or if I'm thinking of a song, I just want to jam to something old school, I'll throw that on and just jam to it.
So when are y'all leaving for your tour?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Mhm.
Did you move your practice or is that it?
No, we're
Going to head up?
just going
So,
for it, man.
just to give you a heads up, Brad and Must Not Kill, they canceled their last rehearsal before their tour to be on, so Brad could be on the show tonight. So that's why everybody's bored and calling into the show. And,
Right. You don't know what to do with themselves.
yeah,
but,
they're just twiddling their thumbs like, we should be rehearsing right now.
Tom wants
No,
to
we
call,
had
by the way.
we had to show. What was it like? The other set, only 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
We played, and I mean everybody knows the set. We've been doing this set now for a while, so I'm doing a ton of stuff getting ready for the show, and so is everybody does. Everybody has to kind of wrap up their lives here to be able to,
Right.
take off and go out of town for a while. So Aaron's got a family. Will's got his commitments. So does Tom. And
Anybody bring in their ladies?
no,
No.
No.
Dude only tour.
Dude on sausage party. That's the way it goes.
But
Can I
imagine,
take that butt plug with me, by the way?
just please bring it back clean. That's all I ask.
All right.
But imagine if the wives went up, in a van behind you guys, how much relaxing you probably have, like people carrying your bags, making drinks for you,
You never met my wife.
Oh,
Oh, you
no.
did meet
I did,
my wife.
I did,
Yeah, you
yes,
did.
one time.
Yeah. I can't speak for everybody, but I know my wife would literally jump in and like help sell shirts and
Right.
do all that stuff. And yeah, she'd probably grab a case and load it in. She works for the airlines, so she's usually
Oh.
grabbing bags.
I forgot.
and
Yeah,
tossing
does
them.
you get all those free airline tickets?
Yeah, but I'm sure everybody else would too if they all wanted to do it. But
It's a lot to ask.
yeah, it's a big
Plus,
yeah,
imagine the free time and the stress-free life they're going to have while you guys are out of town.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here how long now? I'm sure you guys are already sick of it. So
Your wife's at home just relaxing.
Mm.
It's out of the house again.
yeah. She's actually in New York right now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Her mom had to have surgery. It went well, so
Oh, okay,
that's a good thing. And yeah, she's up there visiting. So
Nice. So Jason, you're going on a little vacation here soon too, right?
Yeah, dude, we're heading out to Thailand most of November. So we're looking for. My wife is some of you know anyway. My wife is half Thai, so yeah, we'll be spending some time in a few different provinces there.
Okay. Are you gonna bring your guitar and set up somewhere and?
No,
Play
dude.
some-
I mean, if Brad gives me the cool guitar case that he carries on the plane, then I'll carry my guitars. Otherwise, I have to buy it. But no, I do plan to visit several music shops over there and play, and get some footage for my channel. My wife and I, we have a channel as well. We just call it Candy and Jason, and we're going to be filming for our YouTube channel as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I can't.
Now, is
wait.
that a tax write-off?
Well, some of it I can't say for the Candy and for like my wife and I's channel. It's not big enough for me to do any type of
Just
write-off.
pretend it is.
I could, yeah, but for myself, there's probably, and I'll talk to. I'm not an accountant. I hate numbers. Numbers suck, and I suck at math. So I'll talk to my accountant and see how much of that I can write off.
Just before you leave, just go to sunbiz.org, create
yeah.
Jason and Candy LLC,
Yeah,
and you're covered. That's
Dude,
my,
I want to see some guitar stores over there.
you will, dude. Yeah.
I've never seen that in the past. I'd like to see it. That'd be awesome.
whose beeper's going off over there?
it's
Making drug deals?
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some of your channel where you were at your.
Can you mute for a second?
Eureka
We need to talk.
Springs.
What's that?
You were at Eureka Springs, or was it Mount Dora? Was the other one?
So we went to both. There's like a Eureka Springs place in Tampa we went to, but we also went to Mount Dora. We like to go to
Yeah.
these little towns.
That's
and,
cool.
and
I saw that.
Such a beautiful town. That Mount Dora is. If you guys have never been there, go visit for a couple days. It is a cool little town.
Really was, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going right now.
Let's go.
I'll see you there.
We don't need you.
See you podcast.
On location. Drinking with Drew show. Let me get another sip of this.
It's pretty good stuff, dude.
Speaking of a cool little place. You ever been to Bach Tower?
Yes.
No,
No, I
I've
don't
never
think I've been
been.
there. No.
Then they have a spook hill there too,
That's,
where shit goes upside.
That's
uphill.
where Kathy and I got married.
No way! Cool, man.
It's awesome, man. It's an awesome place.
That's a little place, a little town. That's cool.
Lake Wales.
Yep.
There's lots of lakes there too.
So who's doing what for Halloween? No shows for Halloween? Well, you're going out of town, so are you guys
Yeah.
playing around Halloween time?
Actually, it's weird. I never play on Halloween because it's my wife and I's anniversary.
No shit.
Oh, that's
So it's
cool.
yeah, we got married on Hallows Eve because
Oh, okay.
we keep it real.
Because skulls.
We keep it real.
Yeah.
But not doing much this year, but next year I know we're going out of the country too, so we're gonna do a big trip because it'll be 20 years next year.
Sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Man.
Thanks. Yeah, this year's 19. We're probably just gonna maybe hang in Clearwater or something.
What is the 19th anniversary? Is
Plug,
that
plug.
It's one after. I like that answer more than whatever I was thinking of.
I give up.
Yeah, that's good.
To think we took Laura's mic away.
Can't wait for her to get home. Honey, I got it.
Right.
I know what we're doing.
19 years.
19 years. Does this interest you? Oh, here we go.
This is the Drinking with Drew show. Who do we have?
My name is Tom.
Hey.
I do the growly voice in Must Not Kill.
Oh, then I think I've heard of you. I think, Doug, you've heard of Tom.
Yeah.
I've heard of Tom. Hi, Tom.
Yeah. What's going on over there, Tom?
Oh, nothing. How you guys doing?
We're doing grand. We miss you. I feel bad. I wanted to invite the whole band, but we're on a space limitation here. You could have sat on Brad's lap, I suppose.
That'll be the first time.
Really?
That would have been unique.
Well, he is a man of extreme passion, I will tell you that.
Yes. Are you taking a piss right now?
No. I put my phone on speakerphone,
Oh.
and I just walked into the bathroom because that's where you get all the best acoustics.
Okay. Well,
I've heard. I like to record my vocals there. That's a good place.
we lost about 5 decibels when you put us on speakerphone, though.
It's like reverb.
Oh, sorry.
Reverb Nation.
I'll put it on regular phone then. Hold on.
Yeah, put us on regular phone. We don't care that you're naked walking around the house.
We don't have a camera there yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. So you ready for the show, Tom?
Yeah, I am. It's gonna be great. I'm the only. It's weird. I'm the only person on this tour that doesn't have an instrument and stuff. So I feel kind of like an asshole. Like,
Well,
but
you're just gonna carry everybody else's shit around, right?
yeah,
I want to feel bad now the next time I go on tour. I don't have an instrument either.
Exactly.
Tom, you may carry my guitar case.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to have some fun and have a nice vacation and hang out with my boys for like 3 days and a half, depending on how much we are awake and asleep.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you know how it is on the road.
yes, I do, man. I'm on the road so much. I just got back like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, 8-hour trip means like 2 of you are sleeping pretty much while somebody drives.
Yeah. Who's driving the most? Like you starting out, Brad?
Actually, Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I know Tom's he can drive pretty much all day. So can I. So I don't know about Will, but I'm sure Will. I guess he's still in South Carolina. We'll have to pick him up there.
Pick him up on the way.
He's got to meet you there, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tom, we appreciate you calling in. It was good to see you guys play out the other last week or two. Was it 2 weeks ago?
And it
Yeah.
was very good to see you at that show as well.
Yeah, man. We got some good
Very
footage.
good.
We just got to, put it to the editing board and
I almost got taken
Make
out
shit
of the
happen.
mosh pit.
yeah.
Hey, this is Doug. It was good to see you at the show as well.
I wish you would have stayed a little longer. I want to see more bands. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I wish we could. We had to.
Yeah.
We had to be in Lakeland that night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we had some other plans
Oh,
going
that
on.
night?
So yeah.
Okay, but yeah. There was a bunch of really actually. That show, even when you guys left, it was a really damn good show.
I heard, man.
It was like I just hope that people like want to be on the Drinking with Drew podcast.
I passed around a lot of stickers that night.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, it's good to talk to you guys, and I just wanted to call in and say hello and say, hey, Brad, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Getting ready?
I gotta park my truck somewhere before we go on tour.
Oh, come to my house,
Your
man.
house or Aaron's house?
Yeah, come to my house. Everybody can meet at my house. We can just park out front. Be easier. Gotta head north
Well,
anyhow.
Whichever one is less likely to get my truck broken into.
Either my house or
But
Aaron's.
anyways, you guys have a good night, man. I love you all.
Have a great trip,
See you.
brother.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
See you, bro. And that is Tom Shelton of Must Not Kill. Can we call him Tommy and Willie?
There you go.
Yeah.
Great vocals, by the way, man. I listened to you guys this morning in the gym again. You Must Not Kill, the latest EP. Very good gym music, by the way. So
Oh, thanks, man. And Tom's definitely a force to be reckoned with, man.
Yeah.
It was weird because I was used to Tom being in a band called Bleeding Money, and when I saw that, he was more punk rock, and he really sound like when he sings, he sounds like more like a Bad Religion type singer, you know.
Yeah.
And when he came to try out for the band, I was just like, yeah, this might be like a good, change, because I was just thinking he was going to do that, and then when he came in with his vocals, I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
you're hired. I was like, I wasn't expecting that at all. And
It's like that commercial where Slash shows up and
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
Child Mine.
but then
Worst commercial.
Tom has his whole insight of how he goes about it. Here's another hand movement for you. There, you can put that.
Right, yes. We needed a new one. We needed to refresh
there
the
you
old
go.
one. So
There you go.
thank you for adding that. All right, so I have my guitar plugged in and ready to roll.
Yes.
I want some volunteers on just shredding it out for our viewers. We have 100 people watching right now, minus 96. I have an open input if anybody wants to grab their axe and make it happen.
I think Brad needs to go. 'Cause-
Am I breaking the ice?
yeah, I think so, dude.
Brad needs to break the ice. Everybody else is afraid to.
Icebreaker.
And then once Brad goes, nobody's gonna want to go.
I don't know about that, but
Oh, we got a long cable, dude. That's cool.
You got a long cord.
Oh, right here.
Oh, yeah. There you
well, it's
go.
just a rumor, but
Should I grab my
Oh,
7-string
that.
then?
All
or-
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my mic down and go grab my 7-string.
Why is it?
What happened, like, back in the day, people used to have stickers all over the guitar cases. Is that not a thing anymore? Like, what happened to that?
Yeah.
It is on my guitar cases.
I've got Black Star, but that's, they sponsor me now, so I'm happy to have this sticker.
Yeah, there used to...
In old days, I have stickers all over that case.
Yeah.
Me too.
normally I would, but that's a Natural USA case, so we don't put stickers on that one.
Mess that up.
I saw that one video on your on Jason's channel with you jamming after 20 years.
Yeah, it sucks, right? I was like,
I thought you did
cramped up.
I thought you did good.
He did great, man. And that video inspired a lot of people.
Really, 20 years?
Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
About to take it get seriously? Yeah.
Really?
Video girl, show some video of Brad. Oh.
Now it's gonna
Kill the night. Kill the night.
Is that all right? Did I pass the audition?
There.
You're in.
You're hired, Brad.
You're hired.
You're in the Drinking with Drew band.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I'm going to
cool,
have
man.
like 5 guitarists in my band. I need a drummer and a bass player.
Yeah, we don't need drummer, basically.
We'll Drinking with Drew, right?
Yes. Is that my stupid?
Probably. You're the only
Should have
computer.
brought my bass.
7 string.
No, 6.
Can you play something else, Brad? I'm gonna
Oh,
get
you
a
get
picture
2?
of us in here, dude.
Bueno.
Segments of those songs, because then you're gonna get the YouTube shit.
Bueno, bueno. Oh, I get that anyways now. Even when I play the Drinking with Drew song, they tell me it's copywritten. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
That was very beautiful. Very beautiful. Cheers with
Good
the
shit,
rums.
man,
Yeah, custom Dean
That's nice.
USA shop.
Now that's not the guitar you had at the show, is it?
No,
Didn't think so. Yeah.
no, it's at the USA shop. Based off of Badio body, a lot different though, because Badio's had 3 pickups. This 2 has the Fluence.
It's nice.
And
Now, what
then-
does that run?
They have this built would probably be around 3K.
Nice.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And the neck, I had a 5-piece done. I don't know
Laura,
if you
throw a
see
drinking
that.
with Drew sticker on that guitar, please.
Nope. I love you, kid, but nope.
That's a
Brad,
nice,
so will you
That's
bring this
fine.
to my channel next time you come on, and will we feature this guitar? Or
Yeah,
a nice
sure.
piece of wood.
Well,
on that
tell
neck.
Dean I appreciate
Yeah.
them allowing you to bring it on the show.
That's it's like a flame maple.
Is that a rental?
Is that yours?
Yeah,
He stole it.
yeah.
It's a rental, right?
Is that a
Ebony.
5-finger discount.
It's a pretty piece of wood on that
Yeah.
neck.
Pickups.
Yeah, those are the Fishman Fluence. What I like about these, especially like down tuning, they really ring out. So it's like, I mean, normally you don't. With like full distortion, you don't like hit like every note, and these Fishmans really pick them up. Like the EMGs kind of glaze it over a little bit, and these are like definitely more clear.
They are clear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
why a lot of
what are you tuned to?
C sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I actually have glow in the dark side markers on there. You have to light them up a little bit so they glow, but
That's badass.
yeah,
That's cool, man.
but yeah, wanted to bring this because
Awesome.
last time I went on his show, I had my hills, and then
Yeah,
people
that-
at my job gave me shit. So here you go, Dean Guitars. There you go.
I think we just went up to
There
788
you go.
years.
There you go.
We'll be
Just,
readdressing
just with that riff.
Yeah. Here you go. Your
No,
turn.
no,
All
that's
right.
shit. Is it Doug's turn or my turn?
Yeah,
this-
we'll pass it around. You know.
cable
It's just like
reason.
a bong. We're just going to pass the Dutchie to the left on site.
Did that use a bong? I thought it was a joint.
It is. Roll with me, okay? Roll with me.
Oh, sounds cool in here.
Now, who needs a pick? Ben, you need a pick?
I would have
Okay, just making sure. Muy bueno. But can you play
Don't
Happy
you,
Birthday?
Don't you ever
Okay.
get rid of that 7 string. Don't do it.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh, let's not.
That's my favorite.
Sorry, guys. Let's screw that one up.
Man, we lost Goose.
Doug,
All right. Ben, you want to plug it in?
Yeah,
Doug,
let
you plug it
Ben.
in? Who's plugging in?
you plugging in, Doug?
No.
I'll plug
I'm
it
not,
in.
I'm not, I'm not plugging in.
All right, I'm unplugging.
Plug it on in, Ben. That should be a song, Ben. Plug it on in, Ben.
Play some Gardy Lou, man. It's been too long.
I'm just a vocalist.
There's a lot of metal in this room, guys.
A lot of metal. And some boobs. Yeah.
That's how you do it, baby.
That was badass, bro.
Yes, it is.
That's how you do it.
Nice.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
All right. Come on, Doug.
Yeah,
All right.
You guys are the guitar pros.
Well,
That was
Laura,
mine.
grab an axe now.
Drew, grab an axe.
No.
I think the only instrument I know how to play is the recorder.
And that was band camp.
That was elementary school. I think I can still play hot cross buns.
Yes, you can. All right, y'all. Y'all can play at free will if you want. It's up to you.
What are you tuned to?
I'm in B standard, 7-string, so it's just it's like E standard, B standard. So, yeah, I love the way Brad's tuning sounds. I love the key of C sharp minor. I transpose a lot to C sharp minor.
Got a really powerful sound. It sounds
It's tight as well.
Oh, thanks.
it's a great sounding guitar, and the tuning is. When I was in Asheron, that's what we tuned to, C
Oh,
sharp. It's like, man, there's just something about it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I talked about it on his show
We talked about
that
it,
when I was doing tunings and I was messing around with them, like it seemed like if I went any lower than C sharp, like you lose the dexterity of songs.
I feel that too.
Yeah, and I love a lot of modern heavy bands, but they're tuned to like B and G and A, and it's like I know they're doing other stuff, but to me it's like if they just tuned up a little bit, you could really hear the talent of what they're doing.
The clarity.
And
Were you
I think
stressing a little bit when Ben was just bending that string a little bit?
No, I don't.
I was stressing a little bit.
No,
for you.
man. When
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm around professionals, man. I don't stress at all. Man.
That guitar deserves to be played by professionals only.
I was giving up. I don't know if you saw me. I was like, hell yeah. Play this.
Yeah, that's just badass.
Glad you liked it.
When I bought one of those pedals that are you have a guitar tuned normal, and what's it called when it lowers the tune?
Digitech pedal, yeah.
It's an orange one, the kind that
Drop pedal.
is that what is it? I don't know what the heck it is, but it's about a $300 pedal and
Has a expression pedal on it.
yeah, it's that one guy that.
The whammy one, right? Is that it? Because
Yeah,
I know
it's-
that
it's
one does it
the
too.
whammy.
Yeah.
And I was just taking my normal guitar that's tuned to E and put it on C sharp, and I was like, wow, man, that's making some good sound. I think C sharp was my favorite one.
Yeah. No, that pedal actually does very well for what it is, and the latency on it is very minimal when it comes, because usually when you're getting a program to drop tuning like that, you'll play and then there'll be like a delay on it because it's trying to process it. But that for some reason, right out of the box, that pedal like
I felt it was pretty authentic.
yeah, it kicks ass right out of the box, man. And I've heard some modern like modelers trying to do that, and they have more latency than that pedal. And that pedal came out freaking 20 years ago, I think.
I was like trying to find a good way to tune to that Into the Void by Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And that was C sharp. And most of those pedals don't.
That's why that's there. Exactly why that's there was Into the Void.
Man,
As soon as I heard that, I was like,
wow, that's what they tuned to. It's like, wow, if you just know when you're there, it gives you chills.
oh, it's best.
Ben, what would you say is, in your opinion, your best song you've ever written?
It would probably be You Snooze, You Lose with Nasty Sad. There was 17 parts in that song. And see, we got signed to do an EP. And so I knew that I was only we already had 2 of the songs already written. So I knew I was only going to get to write one song. We were only putting 4 on this. The label only wanted 4 songs. So I said, I'm going to make this the best song I ever did. And I think it is You Snooze, You Lose. It's got 17 parts. And I spent hours and hours on that song just really fine-tuning it and trying to arrange it and teaching everybody it. And
See, Jason, when I was on your show, remember I was talking about my influences?
Yeah,
and
you said
the
Nasty
changes.
Savage, yeah.
The changes within songs, and the intricacies. I mean, we would write songs because that's who we listened to. They just had the changes within the music were that's how it was back in those days.
But I probably spent a month just trying to fine tune it and get it to where it wasn't redundant and where the parts did kind of go into each other. But man, I thought it was a masterpiece on my end. That was the best one, I think.
All right, Brad.
Yes, sir.
What's your best creation?
Everyone I ever wrote. I'm Brad Mayer. I'm amazing.
I have an entourage.
It means the Drinking with Drew show song.
Yeah, it's very true.
That one, actually, the song I really like is on the new EP. Is Mass Hysteria.
Okay.
I really love the way that song came out, and the solo when I did that in the studio, it was just very organic when it came across, and literally I only had to play it a couple times to actually nail it down for the final track, and I knew I was on to something with that. But that song I actually wrote a long time ago, but with this group it actually came to what it be, and I really love that song. It's one of my favorites, and it's funny because when I did that I thought it was going to be a throwaway song. It's like, you get your filler songs, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's like, and when that came out and I heard it, and the nice surprise of that was the chorus, because the guys went in there and did the chorus afterwards, and they actually sang the chorus on that song, and I was just so blown away with it. I was like, wow, it's done. Right. It's finally done. Right. But, it's weird, because I don't know, Ben, if you're like that, or Jason, and, even you, if you get songs that you have in your locker for a long time, and you're like, you try to apply them in different projects, and it's like, damn, I want to do this song, but even like different incantations of Must Not Kill, I was trying to get that song done, and it just never sounded right until Will, Tom, and Aaron were that lineup, and then when we played it, I was like, it's done. It's finally done. And I started that song probably in 1995, 96. What? Yeah.
Wow.
So, damn. And I have a few like that. I have a few more that are going to be on the new album that we're doing that I wrote at that same time period.
What's the progress for that?
It's good. We got about 3 songs down. We got a couple more to write, but I have them done. I just got to show the band. But now we're doing this tour thing, so everything's kind of on the back burner. So.
Okay. Jason, how about you? Best creation out of the mastermind of Jason Stallworth?
And I'm like I said, I'm a very small-time solo artist in that regard, and I'm working on the 5th album now, so I've got material that I really have kind of fallen in love with it. I didn't like it first, but as of now, what's released, it's there's a song off my latest album in 2019 called Masterpiece. The album's called Masterpiece. Peace spelled P-E-A-C-E, as in mastering the art of peace, not like, I'm a masterpiece, anything like that. But there's a song on there called Never Enough. It's probably the longest song on there, and that's probably my favorite tune. Musically, like Ben, you were talking about, you've got I love when songs have key changes, when you have different parts to them. So this has some clean parts, it's got some heavy parts, it's got some clean metal vocals, if you will. It's got some death metal vocals, and more so the storyline behind it as well. I'm a big lyric person too, and just sharing the story behind that. So that's probably my favorite to this day.
Doug,
sir,
give me your best.
My best?
Yep.
Before I get into that, I'm going to ask Brad, how is your guitar set up a special way to be in that C sharp tuning? Is the intonation set different, or is there?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you drop tuning from
because that guitar stays tuned to that tuning all the time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it didn't, Ben would have definitely knocked it out of whatever tuning it was in.
No, it's just a quality instrument. The whammy bar stuff doesn't matter when you got a quality guitar like that.
Well, a guitar has to be set up, and especially when you're dealing with a Floyd Rose, if you don't have a Floyd Rose set up properly, it could be a nightmare. Yeah. It really can. Everybody's shaking their head, yes. See this? I don't even have to look at them. Look at them all right there.
Like, even Laura, she's like, I fucked a guy named Floyd when I was in the 10th grade. He was not set up right.
That Floyd was definitely set up wrong.
Just even putting strings on it when it's set up wrong is a disaster.
And for me, it took a long time to find out the right gauge of strings and, getting that tension correct. And what I have now works for me. So
beer being passed around. Stand by. Doug wants a new beer.
Back to the question.
Yeah.
I'll just go from the new album, because I mean we could go on and on and on. I mean we got a lot of songs, but me personally, I like Soulbreaker. I think that's one of the best cuts on the new album.
Yeah.
I like and One Man's Fight. To me, that to wake up in the morning and listen to that, it inspires me, because it's because it just is one man's fight. I mean, it's great. And but I really like Dead Eyes Lying in the Rain, because the vocals carry that song, Yeah, I mean, even though it's my song, I still like, Dead Eyes. That's a great song. I like the part in the middle where it's just like, the guy is dead and he's like the heavenly stuff is, the music, the whole tempo and everything of the song changes. Right. And it's like he's in heaven, and then it goes back to the grinding, brutal part. So
Cool. Remind us before you leave, because you're the only one in the room that does not have a Drinking with Drew shirt.
Really?
Yeah. So we need to get you a Drinking with Drew shirt.
Ouch.
Yeah. We didn't have any. Last time you were here, we didn't have them.
I thought there was a weird vibe.
Yeah.
Do you have a Siren shirt?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You have a Siren shirt?
I don't have a Siren.
You got a Siren shirt, and I got no Drinking with Drew shirt.
I had a Gardy Lou shirt.
I had a Siren shirt.
Someone
for
stole my
birthday.
Gardy Lou shirt.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have to
That wasn't in the pack.
We're gonna have to get you a Siren shirt, Brad.
I'll take that.
Can we just show up in the parking lot of Publix one day and we can all swap shirts?
Yeah.
That's a good
You
idea.
get my shirt, you get your
I
shirt.
kind of like that.
As long as no butt plugs involved.
I can't guarantee that.
Well, I don't know. I might be out. I have to tap out.
Only if there's some beers.
Vegas.
You can have butt plugs.
Tapping out.
Plugs and beer.
All right, that's a new podcast.
Butt plugs and beer.
Butt plugs and beer.
Can't have one without the other.
I had my Gardy Lou shirt, and I
would love to have a Gardy Lou shirt.
I did my second stint with All Out War in 2010 with the Europe. I had my Gardy Lou shirt, and someone...
Are you shitting me?
Yep, someone took my Gardy Lou shirt. I was pissed.
I got to get me a Straight Out of Gibtown, but I love my BM shirt. That's great. What does that mean? That was classic.
So guys,
I guess I need a Ben Meyer shirt now. I guess I'll take one of those.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
That
now we know it's not just Ben Meyer. It could be many things.
Well, if you do BM, then I can be egotistic and say it's mine. You know?
Brad Mader.
It is BM, brother.
It's a Brad Mader shirt.
I should have wore that tonight. It would have been classic.
We do need that shirt exchange though, because I don't have a Must Not Kill shirt or a poster for my
You know
studio.
what's sad, guys, is I was actually trying to get those shirts tonight, and the printer's still printing them.
Oh,
and
no
I
shit.
was really trying to have them here for tonight, and long story short, he had a problem with his machine. It's all legit.
Men always having problems with their machines.
Repeated.
Repeated.
That's why you need the butt plug.
Yes.
Yeah, that solves many
the
problems.
printer.
I don't know what else to do. Ben's looking at me right now like, shut up. Brad, just shut up.
Jason, what is a must-hear CD album creation that you would recommend to anybody getting into music, learning guitar? What's a must-hear album?
I mean, before I go into that, I'm going to support my local guys here. The Must Not Kill, the latest EP. That's a phenomenal EP, man. I listened to it, and I like to support our locals, but that's just a phenomenal album. The Junk Food Patriotism, and then Siren's latest, A Mercenary's Fate, great album. And I mean, if I didn't really like those albums, I just wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, yeah, hey, great job, guys, and I wouldn't promote it. But proudly, then my voice sounds so much sexier now.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
I picked you up a little bit.
There you are.
Hi.
Wow.
Hello there, fella.
I know. We'll take two of those.
I think the rum's kicking in.
We'll take two of those plug things you guys talking about. No, but so I mean, and both albums are really great for picking up, guitar. Honestly, though, man, it's hard for me to recommend a specific album. I mean, in my era, the first thing I heard when I picked up guitar, right before in '89, was Puppets and Justice. So to me, those were the albums I learned, and I got into the Scorpions and Guns N' Roses, but I also understand that there's a new generation out there, so there are other influences besides what all of us in the room were influenced by. So I don't want to necessarily, say you must have this to start out with.
Must.
I would just say anything that inspires anyone. Like, play the music you like. That's what I tell my people, my guitar players. I was gonna say I'll throw this plug in, but that's not good. No, but in all honesty, the one thing I encourage people to do is, learn from others, but don't get so hung up that you're like, well, I gotta get this person's tone. I gotta play just like this person.
Broaden your horizons.
Create your own sound. Create your own musical style. Create your own sound. Focus on that while you're learning. I think that's the most important thing you
Think
can do.
outside the box.
That too, Buck. Yeah.
Okay, Brad. Any must hear? albums?
Definitely every Must Not Kill song ever written.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be anywhere good on a guitar, I mean, you gotta get my catalog. And I'm also looking to the old All Out War stuff that I did. And when you're talking, you should have rum in your hand.
That's very true.
Because everything comes out a lot more better. Thank
Okay.
you. But no, seriously, listen to what you like. I mean, that I still teach, some students here and there, and first thing I ask them is, what do you like?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if I say, oh, you need to listen to Black Sabbath and Ozzy and all these guitar heroes, because that's what I listened to, because that was my generation of stuff.
I guess my point is that, for example, like Forbidden has a lot of intricate riffs that help me with double picking and help me with positioning fingers and certain certain things that I personally wanted to learn. And somebody recommended, you should listen to this album. So I guess with technique, is there anything that helped you like pick up leads or a specific, like, let's say you're trying to learn arpeggios or you're trying to learn hammer-ons or double taps, like, is there a specific album you ever listened to that said, hey, this is what you should probably
going back to what I said before with like learning bits and pieces of songs, because I never wanted to like be a carbon copy of somebody, and that was just my mindset going into music. I never wanted to be another Randy Rhoads, because my problem with that was there were so many people in my hometown doing that, and they were doing it very well, but then everything they wrote originally,
you would not look good in polka dots.
Maybe
FYI.
Maybe. But they would sound just like them. And even their songs would sound just, and I'm like, they sound just like Ozzy, or they sound, you know what I mean? And there was no,
right.
And for me, I love originality. I'm like a moth to the flame, man. I can't, since I hear originality, I love that band. I heard Gordjira for the first time, and it was the first time I ever heard a band do something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I love that band, Even new like Slaughter to Prevail. I mean, they're a brutal freaking band, and they have some layering and a little Slipknot-ish kind of stuff going on, but I think they're definitely more brutal in their attack and everything. But when you're getting down to like technical stuff, you can't go wrong with the classics. I mean, if you want to do hammer-ons, you should listen to Randy Rhoads, because I mean, he was the king of it. Hendrix, had the master of feedback and just being able to letting a guitar breathe when he's doing a solo.
Right.
I mean, if you really listen to Hendrix, I mean, it's just.
Who was the band that played after you guys at the Brass Mug? They were kind of trying to pull off a lot of the feedback with their set.
That was one with the girl singer with really long hair.
No, it was a dude. It was a dude.
He had no voice. He lost his voice.
Yeah, he said he lost his voice like a week before, and he just got it back that day.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, they were good, but they were trying to pull
I mean, you can't
feedback.
go wrong with the classic stuff. I mean, but, if you listen to what you're into and what style of music you're into, you're going to pick it up. I mean, if you're really serious about playing, guitar, bass, or drums, or whatever, and you're into, Testament, Slayer, and stuff, you're going to be infatuated with that time period until you get your skill up to that level, and then you'll probably move on like everyone does.
Right.
For me, you said arpeggios. First time I ever heard arpeggio was in Testament's Practice What You Preach.
Yep.
Oh, yes, dude.
And there was that spot, he does, and I'm like, and I kept dropping the needle, and I'm like, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I didn't know what that was. And I'm like, man, I love that sound of that. I mean, obviously, you just saw me freaking doing it a million freaking times.
But apparently you figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, to me, that gravitated me towards, doing arpeggios. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, just listen to what you like in the beginning. And then if you want to get technical, I mean, you'll figure it out. There's so many technical players, and Jesus, I mean, you go on YouTube now, there's so many freaking players out there that are phenomenal.
Right.
Even now.
13-year-old Japanese girls.
I know, and they're
Killing
freaking
it.
amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Being
But, I
crazy.
mean, I don't know, Ben, how do you look at that?
I agree with what you're saying. I've learned playing an acoustic guitar, you can't hide behind it.
Absolutely.
It's like
great.
you're on electric, you got all that distortion. You're just ripping. But acoustic's kind of hard to play a little bit, and when you do get onto the electric after you played the acoustic, I always kind of practice on acoustic, and when you get on that electric, it feels like, wow, I'm free. And I always thought but that ain't really got nothing to do with the influences. But playing on an acoustic helped me. But my influence were like Black Sabbath and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix. Just listening to somebody who can really, really play and put their heart and soul into it. And
It's strange though, because when I hear you play and the stuff you wrote for Nasty Savage, I don't see any of that in Hendrix. I don't see any of that in Stevie Ray. It's like you developed your own style out of that, which is, to me,
you get
a little
your
confusing, but
you get your own interpretation of all that.
And
and
also, you can't forget Iron Maiden too. I loved Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah, here.
And
So big,
but yeah, when I was writing the leads for what we did in Nasty Savage, I was going to college for classical at HCC, and at one time I was kind of showing that guy what chords, and he goes, "Oh, this is a Phrygian pattern," and he was kind of helping me, guide me on which leads work best with the rhythm pattern we had going on before we recorded it. And next thing you know, I made it my own, and it was like, man, but there was a guy named Bill Hoff that taught me classical right about 1984, and man, he taught the world to me. Kind of just taught me how to take a major scale and take that thing all over the fretboard and turn it into the Phrygian, the Locrian, the minor, and all that. And I always kind of liked the Phrygian. That was the one that
I love my fridge. It's halfway full, but
Love beer. Love beer.
And he taught me the Hungarian minor scale, and that was one of my favorite scales. I played it when I was jamming a little bit. So one scale's got 3 notes right in a row, and that was kind of like my trademark. And I based a lot of songs I wrote off of that Hungarian minor. It just sounds kind of evil, diminished, powerful.
You should write a Riverview minor.
Yeah.
Can you make?
It's great. I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that when you were playing, because I thought I made that up when I was first starting to play, and then I saw you do it. I was like, oh man, that's.
I like the
same
harmonic
here.
minor and the diminished too.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites, the diminished. But
I do a lot of chromatic.
the
stuff.
diminished is like a 1-4, and you just keep going that pattern, and it's infinite all over the whole fretboard, and you can just add notes to it and go on forever with it, and it sounds pretty cool. I don't know if you ever really use it. I use that a lot in Savage.
I hear it, but I wouldn't recognize it as to what you're calling. I just don't understand the terminology of all the.
There's only
That's
4
right.
notes.
We'll take over the interview right now. So,
Please do. Yeah.
please, with the guitarist.
I'm just handling cameras and microphones. I'm not even doing a good job at that. Yeah.
Tourist Bob is chatting with us
Oh, is he?
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. What's he saying?
Awesome.
He said hey, and he's enjoying the show, and he tuned in a little late, but we'll watch the rest later.
Okay, well, we'll start over for Tourist Bob.
Shout out to
All right.
Tourist Bob.
Tourist Bob.
What's up, brother?
Oh.
Yeah, everybody say hi. Woo-hoo.
What up?
I recognize the sound, but I've honestly never even heard of Hungarian, this, that, and the other. It's amazing. I'm soaking it all in. Bring it in.
Well, like on that one song in Nasty Savage, Stabbed in the Back, that whole song is based off the Hungarian minor scale, and it's but it's all off of that one scale. Every riff in that rhythm is off of that, and it adds like a heaviness to it. And I never really explained that little secret.
Well, the world knows now.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Oh, dang, man.
Special on the Drinking with Drew show, Ben gives us exclusive secrets to music.
You need to edit that out.
But I mean, I used it in Hypnotic Trance, Stabbed in the Back, and that was off the F Hungarian minor, the Stabbed in the Back, and the Hypnotic Trance was the E Hungarian minor, and every note in that whole song was in the rhythm was off of that scale.
Dude, you're giving away too many trade secrets.
Hey, man.
Please save this for my YouTube channel, Ben.
Right.
We're going to talk more.
Yeah, all right.
Brutal.
When's that scheduled, Jason?
It will be December sometime when we get back. I'd love to have Ben on the channel. Brad, I'd love to have you again. All of you. Drew, Doug, Laura, you want to be on the channel too? No, seriously, in all seriousness, so I've been wanting to.
Why not?
Get Ben on there for a while now.
He's awesome.
As long as you have the barbecue again.
I know, right?
Oh,
Pool
I
party.
might be cooking the barbecue next time, man.
Yeah.
That
You
was
won't even
good,
have
man.
to cook.
Did you get the Hungry Harry's too?
What was that?
Yeah, he got the Hungry
Yeah,
Harry's.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That shit was good, man.
And
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'll just say this real quick. I mean, you guys, all of you have been on, and Ben, I know you'll do this as well. Like, I already know it, but you guys have added so much value to people that are playing guitar or want to play guitar. Drew, you and I just did that, after not playing for 20 years, and you saw the comments. I don't know if you've been on lately on the video to see that there is like, I don't know how many comments.
Dude, how much time do you spend answering comments? Like, I try to keep up with them, but you get so many comments on your channel. I'm just like,
Yeah, it comes and goes, man.
it's like, Jesus Christ.
He does.
I try to. I'll at least acknowledge with a love and a like and some metal horns or something. If it's more an in-depth comment, then I'll definitely respond if it's more thought out. So I just spend the first part of my day, like the first hour or two of my day, most every day or every other day is responding to comments and emails too and everything else.
I hope everybody out there appreciates that. 'cause
I know, it
he
takes so
spends
much
a lot
time.
of. He does spend a lot of time doing that.
It's insane.
It was funny when I did his show.
But it's cool.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
of course, we had a good rapport, but it was like, when I got home, he right away he's emailing me, and he's just like, "Hey, man, make sure you comment on the comments. And make sure you just like or whatever. Just
Brad's
make
like, I
sure
just wanna go to
because
bed, dude."
it creates content." And like I could hear his voice in my head.
He was meowing
I was
you.
just like, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, I hear this monotone Jason coming after. I gotta obey. But he knows how to work it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got Miyagi. That's Laura's term, right?
That
Yeah,
is
the Jason Miyagi.
Oh man.
Giagi.
Stallworth Augie.
That was great.
Oh, man. No, I'm almost done with that. You killed yours pretty quick.
Yeah, you're falling behind.
I am.
He's enjoying it
I
out
am.
there.
Well,
I like my rum.
yeah, man.
That's a good rum, dude.
Yeah, it's good. I like
It is very, very
Thinking about
tasty.
one more for myself. That's really good.
Very full,
Wanna?
full body.
Not right now. I'll
So, are we going to bring back the flyers? I've talked to a few of you guys about this. Flyers used to be the way to get shows. Now it's social media. Can we bring the flyers back?
Is social media really the way to get
No,
shows?
it shouldn't be.
I
'cause
mean, it works sometimes, but it doesn't always work.
I miss shows all the time that are only on social media.
I noticed you didn't ask me the question you asked everybody else.
I was asking the group.
It was a room.
Not that.
Take
about
it, man. It's all you.
I just wanted to say that it's easy to be in front of a band when you got a band behind you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different to be a single guitar player. I mean, I'm just breaking into that field.
Right.
It's a lot different, you know.
Sure is.
When you're, like you said, when you're on the acoustic, you're out there.
You can't hide.
You can't hide behind the acoustic.
No hiding, dude.
I can hide behind a band. You know, I got 2 guitar players, a bass player, and a drummer. I can leave the stage. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's also a
it's
totally different.
It is a totally
scene.
different animal.
Different dynamic.
Because he's going to have a built-in audience of what he does. I mean, because you have a rapport at all these venues that you play,
Yeah, but he worked his way up to that. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
So I mean, for him, flyers, I don't think is going to be other than your social media thing. You're not making flyers.
We're on the flyer thing.
There's something about a flyer that's valuable, though. I don't know. But where am I going to pass them out at? You know.
Yeah.
But it might be good to have your information, your website, your
there you go,
your barcode thing on them,
and they're collectible. I have a bunch of them.
I know, right? They're very collectible now. It's crazy.
But man, I loved flyers. I miss them. You know,
we do a flyer for every
Where do
show.
you bring them?
We just post them. We actually made flyers online and we post them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, but that's cool. But where do you? You don't.
Print them.
You're not
and put them
stapling
on
them. You staple them on
poles.
telephone poles.
No, I don't think that's
Nobody
gonna be a
does that
thing.
anymore.
I don't think anybody.
But you used to
'Cause
go
somebody
to,
hangs
used
out
to
at,
go
like,
to
clubs all the
records.
time.
Used to go to record stores, and but there isn't too many record stores.
But does Sam Ash let you staple flyers to their wall?
You know what I see poster wise is like no name hip hop stars. Those are the only flyers I see anymore, and they literally plaster them on like a blank wall or like on telephone poles or whatever. Those are literally the only ones I see anymore.
But even at venues, I
You've
see
been to
them.
Europe, Ben, right?
Yeah.
You remember the posters that are on like the pilings underneath bridges and shit on the walls? I mean,
all over the place.
I stole the Nasty Savage poster off a piling on a bridge in Germany in like 1986. The Blitzkrieg over Germany, the one that you guys.
That was a good flyer.
Yeah, I stole that. I had that poster in my garage.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, that I stole off a piling under a bridge somewhere.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I mean,
You know,
that was
awesome.
That was the mid '80s. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You
like
know what's
80, it had to
different?
been like 86 because that's the first time I was there was in 86.
I think at that time we had like Iron Maiden's tour bus, and it was Metallica's also, and it was in that area where that wreck happened. Where
Yeah,
Cliff
maybe that's
died.
not a good thing. Good thing you guys
I
all
was
lived
kind of
on that
like,
tour.
oh, what am I in for?
Damn.
Well, that was it was the same company that
Keep your driver
Oh,
sober.
really?
Right.
Oh, crazy.
it was communist at that time. Here we are in Poland and Czechoslovakia. And,
Oh, shit.
that was.
But you know what's different though, in like Europe and everything, they still have record stores. Like in Japan, their record stores are huge,
Thailand, same thing.
and it's not. You don't have that here, so it's
Like Vinyl Fever is the only one
Yeah.
that's still
so like if you go to Vinyl Fever, I'm sure you could put some flyer. But I mean, are people hanging out in record stores anymore in the U.S.?
I don't know.
I mean, I know back home, there's Rock Fantasy. If you guys ever went to my hometown and went to Rock
Where's that
Fantasy, you
at?
guys would. It's in Middletown, New York. It's awesome.
I
used
went
to.
there. I think
I worked there for over 10 years.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw in a shameless plug from my buddy Josh Jones. He has VNC Collectibles on Highway 60. He has a big metal album selection
does he?
store. Yes, he does.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I know Josh. He plays drums, right?
Yeah, he's a killer drummer as well.
Yeah, he tried out for us back in the day.
He actually said that to me
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
went
I
to
haven't
we went to that metal show the other night.
Yeah, he was there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was with him.
God,
That's why I'm surprised that we didn't run into you there.
Yeah, I was.
Because we were hanging out with Brian from Satan, and we were hanging out with the guy from Vengeance Incorporated. The vocalist. I can't think of his name right now.
Another Incorporated.
I didn't. I mean, he like knew all those guys. I didn't know any of them. I felt kind of, out of place.
Venom?
but-
Venom?
I haven't
You
seen
meant
Josh
Venom.
in years.
Not Ron.
You said Vengeance.
No, I meant Venom. Venom Incorporated. Well, Vengeance Incorporated. I mean, everybody's incorporated now. But no, Venom Incorporated.
Not me.
Is there Vengeance?
There was
There
a
is.
Ven-
There's a Vengeance
When I-
Rising.
when I-
And there's
when I first
there's a
started
Vengeance
playing-
Incorporated as well. As
When
a
I
Vengeance.
first started playing guitar, I was trying out for a band, and it was Vengeance, and it was that guy Paletti, and I was I wasn't very good. I was just starting out, and he wouldn't say, "Hey man, you kind of suck." and I wasn't very good. I'll admit it, I wasn't very good, but I was just starting, and then next thing you know, about 6 months later, his band's opening up for mine.
Was it Vengeance Rising, the Christian death metal
No,
band, or
no,
just another Vengeance?
This was
Okay.
Vengeance and Brandon.
Okay. Drew, if I can say something
This
real quick
is
about
where my New York period kind of goes away from my Florida.
Where was Middleton?
Huh?
Middleton?
Middletown.
Middletown,
Yep,
okay.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. Yep.
What's that, Jason?
You know, real quick, we're talking about social media. What I'll say from a marketing perspective is that, number one, you have to be where your fans are. You have to find out who your fans are. You have to be where your fans are, and you have to give the right message to the right people if you want to sell your album, merch, course, whatever it is that you want to sell. You know, because I'm like, there are parts of me that I don't like social media. Some parts of me do, but honestly, if I want to sell my product, it doesn't matter what I like. You have to become unemotional about the platform and just realize this is where my audience is. I'm going to capture that audience. Now, if it's hanging out in certain areas with flyers, then do that. But if you're going to do that, you damn sure better be consistent. And if it's on social media, we'll do that as well. But you can't do social media for 2 days or 2 weeks or even 2 months and, oh, this is not working. You have to be consistent as hell, and you have to treat it like your life depends on it. That's how you will be successful. And I'm saying this to anybody listening that owns a business or a band or whatever it is you want to sell. You can never blame anything else, social media or the market or anything, for you not succeeding if you're not busting your ass and treating it like your life depends on it. You really have to become a bit obsessive about marketing what you do.
Mm-hmm. Don't blame the butt plug. Blame yourself.
No, don't be. This butt plug, it didn't fit right. You know, don't do that.
No, I agree 100%. I mean, starting out with this channel, I mean, in a year, we're up to 225 viewers, which to me, it's a big deal. You know, it's like, but to others, you're like, oh man, you're not even at 1,000 yet. Dude, that shit takes time, man.
You went all in on this.
You got an incredible amount of potential here. You just got to
look at this place.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes time.
It does take time. You got to stick with it.
Yeah. Well, after this episode, I mean,
it's going to blow up.
You're going to blow up now. Sure.
I'll say one more thing about marketing, about this whole world of the internet and whatever you want to call it. Success isn't linear. This is something we were taught. You know, go to school, get a good job, get grades, all this stuff, get a good job.
Meet a girl, get married.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, buy a butt plug, whatever.
Skip that part, everybody.
But success, like true success, is not linear. You don't like save, then you'll make it one day. Success is you keep doing what you're doing, even though nothing's happening, and then you have those times where you just launch, and you'll plateau, and you'll launch again. But again, I think it's all about consistency and knowing how to adapt to change and knowing when to pivot.
It's not linear. It's circular.
Don't
ask me why, like the song says.
Right.
Circular. Don't ask me
why. It can seem circular, like you're chasing your tail at times. Yes, it can definitely seem like that.
It is circular.
Back to Brad. Tourist Bob said, dude's from Middletown. I lived there for 5 minutes when I was in sunny New Platts.
New Paltz.
5 minutes.
Paltz. That's
Paltz.
Paul, yeah, you're right.
Don't mean to correct you, but I did.
That's Florida education for you.
And the vocalist
Who said that?
Venom Inc., his name is Tony.
Tourist Bob.
Oh, okay.
Tony is a super cool guy.
Tourist Bob's my neighbor. What's up, Bob?
So does it?
Literally.
Very cool dude.
Who in Venom Inc. is the original Venom member?
Out of that show, that the people that played, I don't think anybody was in the original.
I thought one person was, but
I don't think so.
I didn't recognize anybody when.
I think that he was supposed to be in it, but somebody in his family had some kind of a crisis or something, and he canceled out at the last minute. That's what I think. I'm not 100% sure.
So if there's no original member, how can you take the name?
That's why it's Venom Inc.
Well, it's Inc. That's why I'm creating a band
the
called.
one guy's name was Cronus. And,
Cronus was the main guy. Yeah.
I'm not sure who the other two guys
Abaddon
were.
I'm sure he owns
Cronus and Abaddon.
That's the other one.
Abaddon, yeah.
When we toured over there in Europe, Cronus and Abaddon were pretty crazy. And I remember one time Cronus spit a big loogie. And Abaddon caught it in his mouth.
Now they,
You
got better tour stories than I do.
One time, we hung out. Man, that's metal.
If that were girls, they would have called it something different. But
that's metal, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would go that far.
You win.
You win, dude.
Can we mail them the butt plug?
I'm out.
Yeah, you should.
I was like, there's literally only one thing to beat that. It's like if we were doing the same thing with butt plugs, like you squeeze it out and it flies through the air, and someone else catches it with,
Right.
Butt?
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine the cartoon with that?
Didn't Wendy O. Williams do
Cannot.
that with a ping pong ball? I don't know.
Two
There's
guys, one plug.
There's a few videos out
two
there.
guys.
That's all I remember.
She came to our show when we opened up for Slayer at L'Amour's
No shit.
1985.
Dude.
Really?
Wendy O. Williams. And
Was she doing her solo thing or was it
she was
plasmatic?
just
She was just hanging
us.
out. Wow.
And it
Wrong
was
in
like,
so many
man,
ways.
I saw her a couple times doing her,
Wow,
Wendy O.
what
Williams
a
stuff.
crazy show.
Yeah, she was
Get on
nuts.
top of that school bus and
Yeah,
wow.
she was with the chainsaw ripping up TVs
Yeah,
and all that
dude.
shit. Yeah, she had a good band when I saw her. It was
Wow.
really good.
They had a
Opening
lot
for
of
Slayer.
Yeah, we opened
Yeah.
up for Slayer 1985 in
God
New York
damn it.
City.
Ben, I love you.
L'Amour's. Where was L'Amour's in the Bronx?
So crazy.
Yeah. I played L'Amour's a few times, man.
Yeah,
That place was,
that was awesome.
awesome.
Man. It was
yeah.
like one big sausage party.
It's kind of
That's
like
metal,
today.
right?
Every time I was there,
99% guys.
yeah. Every time I was at L'Amour's in New York, it was the same. They used to have a guy that announced the shows for like the following weeks coming up, and he was like, "Next week at L'Amour's," and it was always the same bands. Next week at L'Amour's, Anthrax,
DRI.
Overkill, and DRI. Next week is Anthrax. Like Anthrax was like that. Oh, but yeah, I saw Megadeth there with Possessed, and I played there with Candiria.
That
was a badass club.
Yeah, I love L'Amour's.
Can I say something kind of blasphemous? The big four, I always thought that maybe it shouldn't be Anthrax, but maybe Testament instead.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah,
I agree
Testament's awesome. They probably deserved it.
Yeah.
And honestly, it should be more than that because I think Exodus should have been on there as well.
Very good point, dude. Very good point. Yeah.
And, if you're
Who
going to
were
do
the
that,
big four is Slayer.
Metallica, Anthrax, and Megadeth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I would add Testament and Exodus to that.
Yeah, certainly.
Because they were all blown up.
Who would you
at
take
that
off?
point. Pardon me?
Who would you take off?
If I had to take one off, Anthrax.
Anthrax,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what I was
yeah.
thinking too.
The
Yeah.
other one.
Nothing against Anthrax, but
The other one.
The other one.
if we had
yeah.
Exodus and Testament, so if you had Exodus and Testament, who would you take off of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd take off and you
Ooh,
bastard.
that's
I don't like the way you play this game.
this is a video all on its own right here, man. This
tough one
discussion.
there, ain't it?
Oh my god, yeah.
Curious Bob
Yeah.
says he
I'd
tried to
take
call.
Megadeth.
Oh, I may have missed it. It's on silent, but I have to see it ring.
See,
I'd
that's
take
so
Megadeth.
weird. Like, my comments aren't.
Yeah, I
Would you take off Megadeth?
I'm going to tell him to try again.
Yeah.
Now I might would take off modern day Metallica, but that's not
Well,
relevant.
no, because you're looking at them
No,
at
back
that
then,
time
yeah,
at
period.
that time
period, yeah.
It's definitely Metallica
They started the whole thing.
and
I think.
Slayer. Definitely those two. I mean, I saw them with Motorhead, that Clash of the Titans tour.
I love Slayer, man.
But it was like Motorhead had to cancel because Lemmy broke his ankle, and this band came on and played. And no one knew who it was, and I thought they were amazing. It was Alice in Chains,
Wow, dude.
And,
wow.
Wow.
and literally no one knew who Alice in Chains was. They literally got thrown into the fire on that.
Wow.
But they were, obviously probably one of my favorite grunge
Yeah.
bands ever.
Did they
Alice in
do
Chains-
good?
Pardon me?
Did they do good?
They were, because I sat there and my friends, of course, my friends were pissed. They were like, "Oh man, where's Motorhead?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, listen to these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this band is fucking awesome, man. And but yeah, like half the crowd wasn't into it because they wanted to see Motorhead.
they want to see. It's hard to get rid of Motorhead.
No,
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like,
Every time I see him, I got to play with Motorhead.
I did too.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was an improv gig. I played with Bobby Gustafson from Overkill.
Man.
He got a band right
Bobby.
after Overkill called Eye for an Eye, and I got on the gig with my band I had at the time.
Wow.
And as soon as we got done playing, it was like literally like a movie. I'm sitting there, I'm backstage, and I see this guy walking towards me with a freaking like Civil War hat on. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's freaking Lemmy with his hand out going,
Man.
you guys were really good. I'm like,
Nice.
holy shit.
Very cool.
I'm like, I'm being blessed by the Pope right now. This is awesome. And he goes, hey, can we borrow your gear? We want to play a couple songs for Bobby. I'm like, piss on it.
Yeah.
Go,
Right,
go,
right.
do whatever you need
Spit
to
a
do.
loogie on it and I'll catch it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so Motorhead went on stage, played our gear, and did an hour set.
That's
Ain't that
crazy,
cool?
dude.
Yeah,
That's
that was.
crazy.
And then I went upstairs with them because we played this place called the Bank, and it had a upper level. And I was sitting on the couch with Lemmy drinking Jack Daniels.
That's his
I was
favorite.
sitting right there with DD next to me, and I'm just like, someone get a camera.
Right, right.
Take about 10 rolls of film. I was like, holy shit.
Need another beer, Doug?
No, Tourist Bob's trying to call again.
It's not ringing, so I don't know what number he's calling.
Where'd you play with Motorhead?
If you want to give
The
him my
Banger-
cell phone
the
number, just tell
Banger
him,
Head Festival.
tell him to call my cell phone directly.
2007, and they Richard took a picture of me and Lemmy, and he had film. And when he got back in the plane, they X-rayed him because he looked, I don't know,
Suspicious.
suspicious.
Killed the film.
and never got my picture with Lemmy, but I got it with Mickey D and Rudy Sarzo and
Oh, wow.
Udo. Udo was a hard one to get a photo with, and I
Did you have to bend down with Udo? Or?
yeah, he's a little short. He's only about
He's a
4'4".
Him and Dio, man. I couldn't believe how short Dio was.
Dio was right, like about as close as I am to Doug, but Sebastian Bach was talking to him, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dio's tiny.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
He's a
that
small
in
guy.
Forever.
This was in 2007 at the Bang Your
Wow.
Head Festival. We were playing that, and that was a kind of a surreal thing. They had like Nevermore, Demon, Vicious Fishes, Vicious Rumors,
Vicious Rumors, yeah.
and they had Dio, Twisted Sister. I can't remember all the bands, but they had definitely Motorhead and forgetting a few of them, but it's been so long. But
That's a cool show, though, man.
Yeah.
but it was kind of surreal. There was 20,000 people there.
Shit. Now, I have not played with Motorhead, but I did have a motorboat last night. So, comparatively speaking, similar, but not quite.
Every time I hear motorboat, I keep thinking of Wedding Crashers.
I bet
because
that was.
that scene in Wedding Crashers, like,
Dude, best
like, why are you
movie.
telling me about? Did you motorboat? Did you motorboat?
I'm blown away by the history here.
That had to be
This is-
close.
Man, this is amazing that you guys.
I can't believe that either, man.
It's crazy.
Well, I don't know if you know
What's
that's
that?
973 years.
I didn't
in
realize.
I know. We have
That's
And
kind of
very true.
Windy O and
Windy
that's
O,
crazy,
Wendy,
man.
yeah.
But I mean, that was the era for that.
But
So
back-
I mean,
our bus. We had like a little 1955 Greyhound bus, and it broke down
Nice.
at Lemore's. And we played on a Friday with Slayer, and then and we were broke down, and we were we found these barrels because we were freezing. It was like in the middle of the winter, and we put wood in them to try to keep warm because our bus broke down. We didn't know what to do, and Overkill was trying to help us move the bus, and I think they blew up an engine on their
Oh,
vehicle.
Jesus.
Vehicle tried to push that damn thing. It was like, God dang.
fucking amazing.
And I didn't even know who Overkill was at that time, and now they're like, wow, they're amazing.
They've stood the test of time.
Yeah.
They sure did, man.
Since the
They-
80s, they're still doing it.
They still doing it and kicking ass. I saw them at somewhere in Ybor right before COVID. Can't think of where that was.
Yeah, my buddy's playing drums with them, Jason Bittner.
Wow,
He's
they-
in
That's
Shadows
crazy,
Fall.
dude.
They're
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Shadows
man. They're
He's an
still-
amazing drummer.
That's fucking wild too, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You guys toured though. I mean, you guys all toured. I mean, all over the place. I mean, and Doug, I know. Speaking of touring, you toured with Mekong Delta. I don't know how many people know you toured with Mekong Delta back
Probably
then.
not many, but I mean
that
that was some of the greatest years of my life, man. You know, I mean, I did a little bit of gigs in Europe with Siren, but I mean, I did 3 tours with Mekong, and that was incredible.
Was that the most you traveled with that band?
Oh, absolutely.
Siren didn't do a real lot of shows, did?
Well, when we did our shows over there, was in between recording. We're recording, and then we'd go out and do some shows, and come back and record, and you know what I mean. It was distracting. But you know, we still wanted to do it.
Oh yeah.
But
when a lot of people get caught in the touring and trying to maintain your life and pay a house bill or a car bill, and there's that time where what do you got to do? You gonna stick with the band, or are you gonna try to keep a full-time job?
Right.
I was the guy that was trying really hard to make it in a band, and we were doing it. We were doing pretty good, but we weren't quite to that next level. And I was working temporary service for jobs in the 80s, just to try to keep that willpower. Because when you say I got to go away for 3 weeks, job don't want to hear that.
No.
I
was going to school when I was touring with Mekong, and they didn't want to hear that either.
Yeah, so it's
was like, yeah, well, you're gonna have trouble coming back and getting back in school if you're leaving, and they didn't want to buy into that at all.
I did temp service too.
So it's like so hard to, you got to think, all right, what is more important? But later in life, I found ways to get around it. I did a courier work to where they allowed me to just travel whenever I wanted to. And I could come back and I still got a job. But for the last 13 years, all I have done is played music, and it's very fortunate to say that. It's all I've done. I don't have to no more for the man. Just
no, dude, no.
But boy, in the old days, I couldn't figure that out. It's like, man, you got bills to pay, so you can't. If you go away for a month, you better hope you make some money. And,
yeah,
and it like wasn't always there.
It's like the fucking Partridge Family. You gotta commit or just or deal. I didn't have a choice.
I sure did some real lousy jobs just to try to, for my love for music, and.
I think we probably all have, to tell you the honest truth.
I sacrificed
the way it is.
You sacrifice a lot for your music, man. That's for sure.
Brad, you had a time with Dimebag you were telling me about.
Oh, yeah. You want me to tell it?
Yes.
No.
Tell it.
I worked for Caroline Records in New York, and I'll talk about like some of the greatest years of my life. I mean, you're talking about being in touring bands, plus being in a situation like that where everybody was in a band and their different styles of music. Caroline Records at that time was that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I literally when I started that job, I had 2 CDs in my collection. When I left there, I had over 5,000.
Jesus.
Wow.
And
That's
vinyl
crazy,
and
dude.
just the CDs alone, it was over 5,000.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. And that was just promo stuff. It was
Right.
like every week, it was like, who wants the death metal? Yep. Who wants the dark? It was great.
I thought I had a lot of CDs.
But yeah, I got.
I miss CDs. I still have all mine.
Yeah, I miss it all.
They
Man.
don't take up as much
I miss
space as
8-track.
albums.
No, they don't. But
Back to Dimebag. So the guy I worked with ended up working at the Roseland Ballroom in New York City, and he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I was chilling." He goes, "Why don't you come down?" He goes, "Pantera and White Zombie are playing." I'm like, "All right, down." So I went down there and he sneaks me in the side door, and we're hanging out, seeing the show, and he goes, "Hey, hang out later. It's gonna get crazy." I'm like, "All right." So I'm hanging out, place clears out. I'm standing there by the bar, and then one by one, everybody's kind of filtering out of the dressing rooms, And, Phil comes out, he's kind of like a rock star, whatever, and I'm just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then all of a sudden I see Dime just run out of the dressing room, like literally running, and he runs by me. He goes, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Not much." And he literally comes by me, jumps over the bar, and just jumps behind the bar, and he's just like figuring out the bar, and he
becomes bartender.
yeah, and he's like, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, "Whatever you're pouring, dude." And he's like, he goes, "You need a black tooth," and that was the first time I ever heard that, and I'm like, I think I need a few of them, my friend. He goes, "I'm like you already, man," and blah blah. He's doing his Dimebonic shit. I don't know what he said after that. He was just like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, "Yeah, cool," So he pours me that. And I remember talking like music and gear with him, and it was like it was kind of like talking with these guys. It was just like he was just one of the dudes,
Right.
He was just really cool. And we're talking gear, and he was telling me about his Randall and the Washburn he was playing at the time, and I was talking about my gear, and literally about 5 or 6 drinks into it, I literally don't remember the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And I woke up in my buddy's office at the Limelight at like 9:30 in the morning, and he's lying on the couch. I'm sleeping on top of his desk. I'm just like passed out.
Wow.
His desk. And I was like, "Dude, what happened?" He goes, "You and Dime were like talking for you, like you were like buddy with him all night." I don't remember any of the conversation. But every time someone asks me about that, I always say Dimebag was my favorite bartender.
Right.
Oh, nice.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my Dimebag.
Did he
story.
always play Washburn? I thought he played Dean eventually,
no,
right?
he played Dean. He always played it like that. That iconic lightning bolt blue guitar is a Dean.
Is it?
Yeah, and it was one he had retrofitted with a Floyd and all that.
Because I
shit.
see these guys online trying to sell the Dimebag, Washburn and Dimebag.
Well, because he was
Dean, and it's like,
because Dean was out of business when he blew up with Pantera, so Washburn kind of took that over. That's why the headstock's a little different, and
oh, okay.
the guitar is actually different. If you ever play a Washburn compared to a Dean, it's a totally, in my opinion, a totally different instrument like compared to the iconic ML of the Dean. But yeah, that's why everybody says that. Everybody says, "Oh, it's Washburn," blah blah. But no, Dime always played. He had a couple Deans, and those were his main guitars.
I got you.
So,
Laura, can you grab me one? Anybody need refills? Jason?
I will in a second.
we got a call.
Oh, we got a call.
Tourist Bob.
Tourist
Is it?
Bob, yeah.
Hey,
Is this Tourist Bob?
yeah, it is. I finally got through to you guys.
Sorry, man. The phones are jam-packed tonight.
About time,
Got
Bob.
tons of people on hold. I apologize,
We're like
but
a bad ex-wife.
first time. Is it first time, last time? What's the saying?
First time caller.
First
long
time
listener.
Yeah, first time, long time. That's what it is.
Yeah, first time listener, first time caller.
There you go. We're gonna pin that, and that's gonna be our next tag. What's going on, brother?
Not much. I just said, man, I have been listening to you guys. I had no idea there was so much kind of like metal folklore.
Bro, it's crazy, right?
I know. I hang out with these guys. I'm hearing stories I've never ever heard, and it's just so interesting.
Yeah, I'm learning as I go as well.
well, it's the rum and the beer.
Yes,
but,
that's
you
true.
know.
I think we're up to
And
1,000 years of history now.
Huh?
Laura's in the background. She said we're up to 1,000 years of metal history now. So.
Yeah, with Bob
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, with Bob, we're in there, yeah.
Yeah, we kicked 1,000 with Bob.
I haven't been at it quite as long as Ben has and Doug has, but kind of. And I'm not metal, so I don't know.
Okay,
You're
well,
kind of metal.
I think you got a little metal in your blood.
Yeah, Bob's
I got
got
a
Bob
lot.
can shred. I've heard him play.
He
electric,
does
so.
have a metal in his
If you
blood.
add a little distortion to that guitar you got there.
I started metal and I still play it in my home. You know, I still do it. But I was just so impressed with all this cool knowledge. I'm listening to you guys. I'm like, man, this is great. This is so cool to just hear this history and stuff. And
This is already the
So,
best call all night.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Willie was good. Let's
Yeah,
give it to
okay.
Willie. Willie was good.
But
and
still.
I remember
And Tom.
Caroline Records in New York. You know, I'm from New York, so I remember like some of what your other guest. I
Brad?
didn't get his name because
Brad.
Brad. I just came kind of late, so I never.
Brad
I'm like,
Mader.
dude, I know that whole region, Middletown, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad Mader is the guitarist of Must Not Kill. He is a New Yorkian.
Yeah, I lived
I
in,
know.
Yorkian.
lived in Middletown
Like
for
you, Bob.
30 years, man.
I can tell because there's something about New Yorkians. You see somebody.
It's sticking. Yes,
New York
it's
is?
sticking.
New
Even though I've
Yorkian.
been a Floridian for 21 years, I know a New Yorkian when I hear one. Especially when they're talking Caroline Records and history like that.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
Middletown and things.
It was definitely an
Yeah.
experience.
Can you create
Yeah,
a New
yeah.
Yorkian arpeggio for me? Can you do that?
Yeah, I
Just
need
make
your
one up.
Better than the Hungarian
Just the
minor.
Hungarian, yeah. New Yorkian.
the
minor.
Hungarian arpeggio and Lydian minor. In G, because no one plays in G.
Don't
G
tempt
minor.
him.
I pay attention
minor,
to the
yes.
conversation.
Don't tempt him. He'll do it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
right.
That's good, dude.
So, Bob, are you're playing out?
Huh?
Do you play out?
Oh, constantly.
Where you at?
He plays almost as
He's
much
like
as
6
Ben.
nights a week, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this I'm logging in probably about 270 this year. I let's see. So this weekend I'm I'll give you the next like week and a half, 2 weeks, or at least a couple. Friday is, let's see. I know Saturday is Stingrays. Friday is O'Brien's. Sunday, Lakeland Square Mall. Then Wednesday, Finn's. Thursday, I believe it's Great Catch. Then the next Friday is either Landing or somewhere else. Anyway, Landing, and somewhere else is mixed in there. Then Mall again. Then Green Iguana down in Tampa. So I got about I think I got like 1 day off and an 8-day run coming up.
Damn. Okay. Very cool. We gotta maybe get you on the show. Jason kidnap you, maybe bring you in.
Yeah, we talked about that.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
Do a Doug Lee, Jason, and Tourist Bob show. You know.
Yeah. Well, I know all those. I know all these guys really, really well. I've played with them all. So.
Some of you might live next door to some of them.
No, he didn't play with us with the butt plug.
You have not played with the butt plug. It's awaiting your arrival in the garage.
Just pass on that one, dude.
My bug isn't big enough to hold a plug.
I'm telling you, just pass on that one.
Yeah,
butt plug just becomes party.
We've talked about that. We need to get Bob.
I'm gonna pass on that ass.
It sounds offensive at first, but after a half a bottle of rum,
it just sounds normal, right?
It's like
you start doing the pirate thing, you know.
Because it still sounds offensive to me.
Some things in life you just take, you know.
My ass hurts just thinking about it. Is there more rum?
Whew, man. All right, well, cool, man. Thanks for calling in, and we'll definitely schedule you to get in here with Doug and Jason, and do some drinking. Get you
bring Brad
some
back
stickers
when he gets back from his tour. Because
Brad, everybody in this,
they're both New York guys. Why not?
Yeah. Well, we've got 2024 coming up, Doug. We're gonna have a lot of shows. Everybody in this room is welcome to my show anytime. You know that.
I'm sorry.
You know that. So I know the 2-hour drive and plane flight to Riverview is what
I would just crawl in my can and
that's more of the issue.
I have to catch my flight soon.
Well, I have to go there on a horse and buggy, so it's going to be a long.
You gotta get patted down and pass security in the driveway to catch your flight.
We'll bring the Doxies. Bob has Doxies too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Or a Doxie.
Oh, cool.
Keep it Amish with the horse and buggy, man.
Well, to your house, that'll take you 6 hours from here.
I'm gonna take flyers to my dog. I heard that part of the show, and I immediately thought, hey, what if you found somebody who walks dogs and takes flyers to the dogs?
That's not a bad idea. I like
there
that.
you go.
That's actually a good idea.
So, Bob, did you catch the guys playing live here?
No, because I tuned in. What I did is I tuned in late.
Ooh.
I had a bunch of stuff to do and picking my son up and stuff.
All right,
anyway,
we forgive you.
Tuned late, and then I fast forwarded it to where you were when I got home, and I was like, okay, I'll tune in tomorrow or even later tonight.
Well,
rewind what I missed with the playing. So I missed all the
you can do that. We'll have the edited show up too, probably by the weekend. But cool, man. Well, I'll have to officially meet you soon. I've heard a lot about you, so
he's out there. He's playing like a fool all the time.
Yeah. All right.
I'm enjoying the folklore. I really am, Ben. Man, I'm so impressed. I had no idea you had those stories. I'm like, wow.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Have you guys ever met, Ben?
Huh?
Have you ever met Tourist Bob?
Hell yeah, we played together.
Oh, that's right.
We played together at Danny's Diner a million times.
Duh.
That's all right, but
the Crown too. No, that was Jason.
Bob's working hard just like I am.
I know you guys.
He's
hard working.
I met him like when we were at Uncle Mike's like about 12 years ago, and
cool.
He had problems with his back and stuff, and it's a great story how he's finally back and he's at it, and he's happy to be playing again, and it's so happy for you, brother.
Awesome.
Man, I'm happy for all you guys too. I'm just happy to be alive some days, but
I hear you.
You know,
we're above ground. Let's make the best of it.
I think we're all there, brother.
I mean,
Exactly,
they're definitely successful. Look at it this way: that they're all on the Drinking with Drew show. To get to this level,
That is the measure.
to get to this level in life, I mean,
After this appearance, I don't even need to go on
no,
this tour.
just
I'm
send him a copy of this
Yep.
video.
No more tours.
It's all downhill
I
from
can
here.
Life,
retire.
our
Yeah.
life is complete.
Like Ozzy, no more tears, no more tours, right?
Oh man.
No more tours.
So, but Laura's actually met Bon Jovi, but
I have.
yeah, but
I did
she
not
was
know
she was
this.
4 years old.
I was
And her-
5.
5. Her mom was at a concert. I'm gonna have to tell a story for you because you don't have a microphone. She was at a concert, and with her mom, who was one of those "I want to fuck you" fans.
She figured out what hotel they were at.
She stalked and figured out what hotel he was staying at, and took Laura and her sister to the hotel room, and they stayed there until like 3 in the morning.
We were in the lobby.
Well, in the lobby, and waited for him to walk in,
The entire band.
and he was with Cher.
Richie Sambora was dating Cher.
Yeah, Richie Sambora and
So
Cher.
She was there walking it, yeah.
And Bon
Wow.
Jovi looked at Laura's mom and said, "Get your fucking kids home."
Well, the fuck part was not in there. He said, "Get your babies to bed."
Oh, babies,
And
fucking,
Ticket
whatever,
Tours
same
kissed my
thing, right?
hand.
So you guys
Very
stalked
polite.
Bon
Wow.
Jovi.
Her mom.
That's crazy. That's
Where do you
crazy.
think I get my crazy
You know
from?
how that apple and tree thing works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
It's not creepy at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
It's not hereditary.
No, that's not what they say. But I'm living. Hey, Bob, good to hear from you, man. Thanks for finally getting through.
Thanks
we've
for
got
calling,
we've got
Bob.
tons of people on hold. No, you can hang out if you want. I got to take a piss. Who's hanging out? Who's heading out? I got to take a leak. So who's going to take over the show? Are we hanging out, having more shrimp and hot dogs? What's going on?
I say we go have a stogie and some wieners.
Well,
Yeah, let's have another wiener.
you have a wiener? Okay.
Wieners.
You going to hang out and have a cigar with me, Doug?
I mean, if the lady is saying wieners and cigars, I mean, who am I to deny that?
Okay.
Man.
So
I mean, Ben and I could talk more, but then it'd be another hour.
that would be another hour.
You
Yeah.
guys got some store. I had no idea.
Good
Bob,
story.
so we'll get you on the show, man. Hit Jason or Doug up
I
or
tell you
both.
what, Bob's got some stories too. Now, I mean, come on, he's been out there for a while.
I'm sure. Let's get him in the studio. Let's yap it up. Have some drinks. Get him a T-shirt. I need everybody to have a shirt while they're
No,
playing on
Bob's
stage.
not getting a T-shirt till
I
I get
am.
one.
I am taking
Are
my
you?
shirt on tour.
Very
so,
cool.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll take mine on tour.
Everybody
if
is
I get
actually.
one.
Everybody's bringing their shirts. so
Very cool.
We'll
Very cool.
alternate.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I liked the fact that you guys played the song on during the show was awesome. I expected it to be like a warm up song, but to actually include it in the set was like an extra benefit. That was very cool.
No problem.
Damn, I
awesome.
wish I would have seen that. That's
While you
classic.
played at your show.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it was very cool.
He was up front. He was crying.
Yeah, I was. I peed a little.
Please
Like he-
acknowledge
like he
me. I
was
want to
at
be
that,
somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, here's
I was like, this camera's
Like
dragging
you were
my
at
shoulder.
ministry. Like,
They got that on film. That's classic.
That's awesome, man.
That was cool. So we're gonna.
we saw him at ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And went out, he was like about 12 rows up, and I saw ministry hit the stage. I see him.
I
start going crazy.
By the way, how good was Ministry?
They were awesome.
They were great.
They were great.
Ministry was.
Wow, they were on, man. They livened it up after that
Was
one
that
band.
at Alice
What's that
Cooper?
one band?
Is that you're talking about at Alice
Yeah.
Cooper?
Filter or whatever.
Filler?
Yeah,
Filler.
Filler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Filler.
That's
all
a
they
better
were.
name for
You're
him,
talking about
Filler.
at Alice Cooper Ministry or another
Yes.
show?
Yeah, ministry opened up for.
You guys were there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw Ben. I didn't see none of you guys
I was there.
yeah, they were all there.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Drew
Yeah.
was a couple rows up. I was in
Get
front
the
of him. I don't know
fuck
where
outta
you were.
here.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
ran into
great
him.
fucking concert, man. That
Oh,
was,
it was
awesome,
man.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
were.
it was
The
great. was great.
visuals were just mind blowing.
Yeah.
Brad
gonna see-
was
so-
about 20 seats away from
I didn't
us.
know all you guys were
Oh, you
there.
were on that same side too.
Ministry's coming back in March
March.
at Janice.
Wow, really? Janice?
Yep.
I'll go to that.
Headlining.
They're like
Wow.
$40.
Yeah.
I hope they have more than one
It's
shirt.
gonna sell out. Trust me.
I bet they
They only have
better
one
show
shirt.
in their headlining than they did in there.
No, I bet,
They didn't get to
how
play
many
that long at
Janice
all.
holds? About
Right.
1,500?
Yeah.
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 Probably.
Maybe.
It's gonna sell out. Definitely.
I'd
They'll
like to play
bring
Janice.
that, man.
I never played
That'd
Janice.
be cool.
I liked it.
That's almost seems like it's too small
Is
for 'em.
anybody going to see Exodus?
When are they playing?
It's like it's coming up before the end of the year, I think.
Wow.
That's at Janus too.
Really?
There's like a bunch of bands, but I think Exodus is the only one that I'm
Their
really
new album
would like
is
to see.
awesome.
Yeah.
Persona non grata. That is sick.
There's one story I forgot to say is like the second show Gardy Lou got to do. It was a metal fest in Orlando, and the headliner was Pantera.
Well, get the fuck
And
out.
right before that was Deicide, and we were the band right before Deicide. It's only our second show. I don't know how the heck we got on that, but it was like, I guess from our history, they said, "All right, man, we'll get them on there." And it's like, and there's Dimebag back there. It's like,
didn't we play Sun and Steel Festival?
yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
right. That
was a lot of talent at there. Wasn't a big a turnout, but it was.
That was Obituary,
Deicide.
Body Count was on there.
Body Count.
Wow, we're going.
This was
Ice-T's band, right?
what year is that? It's in the mid.
2003.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
That was because Must Not Kill
Did
was
you
literally.
play that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I got that flyer. I got the flyer in my.
I played Sunday. It was like a 2-day fest, I think. And
It was a 2-day fest.
I was the first band.
We played.
Sunday.
I think we played both days.
'Cause I hung out- I
Sabotage played,
Yeah.
and
What year was that, man?
it was about 2003.
No shit.
Yeah.
We
Damn.
played right before
Literally,
Sabotage.
Must
I
Not
think.
Kill was literally almost a year old. And
Wow,
we played
that's
that was
fucking
our first
amazing.
show. That was our first show.
I
was
think
fun.
Agent Steel played it.
Agent Steel.
That was a classic line. Like literally,
No
if you can
shit,
find
that is
that
a classic
If you
lineup.
can find that flyer,
I got that flyer in
Do
my.
you?
I
No
have
way.
I can't find it.
Let's see it.
I have it.
Post
Yeah.
that.
I got it in
motherfucker.
my band room.
If you think about
Damn,
it,
I wanna
take
see
a-
that. Yeah.
take a
I'll
picture of
send
it.
you a picture of
Send
it.
me a picture of it. That's
I will,
awesome.
man. Yeah, I got that, man. It's like
Get the fuck out. That's cool as hell.
Sun and Steel. Kathy's son was playing drums, and one of the bands, it was Testament, needed a drum set, so he brought his whole drum set up from Orlando to let him use it, and they said, we found somebody else.
I
But
think
we'll get you in, and we appreciate it, and they were real cool too.
Burning. I think Burning Human played that, and that was Richard Christie.
Burning Inside.
It was Richard Christie's band. Was it
Yeah,
Burning
Burning
Human?
Inside.
Oh, it's Burning Inside.
Yeah,
Or Burning
they-
Human.
I don't know human, but
It was Burning Inside. All right.
Burning Inside.
Yeah, because that's where I met him. It was at that show. It was Richard Christie.
What an amazing drummer.
Oh, he's.
Dude, you were still playing in Savage when we played at the Crossover, right?
Oh, yeah, that was on 301, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we
Remember-
play together?
Yeah, we did. I think that's the only time that Savage and Siren played together.
Yeah, we didn't usually play together.
That was a fucking awesome show.
'Cause we were both kind of like...
I had that flyer.
We were both kind of headliners at that time.
Yeah, we were.
And, you know, like, you don't want to...
That was a cool-ass show, man. That was when I had my second lineup. Like the Financial Suicide lineup. So it had to be 88, 80, in that era, 88, 89.
Who was in the band?
In our band, me, Brian Hendrickson, Les Talent, and David Smith. Remember David
wow.
Smith from now Sobriety X?
Oh, he's a badass drummer.
He's a
man.
killer drummer.
He's the
He used
best.
to sit in with us when other members of the band couldn't make it when we had gigs.
I think he's...
Him and his brother Kurt. Remember Kurt?
Yeah, rest in
And
peace.
Blizzard, and Danny, and
Yeah.
the other bass player dude. His name was Chris too.
The little short guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He jammed in Blizzard or Rapid Fire.
He was in Blizzard and Rapid Fire.
Wow, what a memory. Yeah, dang, man.
Damn, dude, that's taking it back.
We're taking it back, but David Smith, man.
Got to stay on your mic, Doug. You gonna go pee?
Yeah.
I just pissed, so I'm good for another 2 hours.
Well, he goes alive now.
David,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
have you ever heard David Smith? He's an amazing drummer.
Yeah,
man.
you got to check him out, man. He plays in a band called Sobriety X.
He is probably the best drummer in the Bay
They're
Area.
in the
I think,
circuit.
man.
They come around. They played, last time I saw them was at Raccoons.
He's
Damn.
amazing.
Oh, my word. All right, let's call it, guys. I want to hang out, but we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Woo! So it's a good long show. I want to have everybody back on soon.
Simon's losing his shit out.
And we'll talk more. But it's an honor having everybody
Hey,
here.
thanks.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
have a show and just talk about old stories
Doug,
and shit.
Doug.
That's cool, man.
Well, I was going to have you guys plug something that you're doing one last time before you go. So,
Ben,
plug what you got going on.
I'm always playing somewhere, but Jerry's Dockside. I'm there every Tuesday, and come out there and see me, and just check out on Facebook, Ben Meyer, and you'll find me.
All right.
Doug.
Brad? Well, let's do Doug because Doug's got to go pee.
There's a possible Siren show coming up first of the year, and I'm going to be playing out as a solo guitarist like Ben and Jason and Tourist Bob and all them guys. I'm going to be doing the same thing.
Follow you on socials.
Yes.
So look out.
All right. Sounds good. Brad, what you got going on?
nah, dude, Jason.
Dude, Jason. Oh, well.
You can just get a unique last name.
Oh, shit.
Coming in. You can look up Jason Stallworth on the internet. I pop up on my albums are out there on iTunes, Spotify. I work on album number 5, Overcometh, coming out 12/1/2023. I'm also the co-founder of MedalMastermind.com. That's for any musician that wants to learn guitar, songwriting, production. We've got courses. We've got a lot of other creators that are creating courses on there as well. So do check those out. Thank you, Drew.
All right, brother. Brad?
And I'm going on tour.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you want to call it that, but it's a tour.
The G-Spot Tour.
The G-Spot Tour. The T-shirts will never be made, but you can make them yourself. But, yeah, I'll be in Gainesville. Where am I? Florida. Gainesville, Florida.
The G-Spot.
It's all the G-spots. I don't remember where it was. No. This room is really good.
It is good, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
Gainesville, Florida this Saturday. I'll be in Gainesville, Georgia on Sunday, and in Greensville, South Carolina on Monday. Possibly a North Carolina gig in there, but just keep up on our socials too.
Might have to
You'll
get
see where we're at.
Gibtown on the way back.
Drew, you're awesome. Thanks for having us on and let us plug our shit.
Absolutely, bro.
You're awesome, man.
Very, very cool, guys. I appreciate you coming out. We're going to chill out in the green room and have some beers and talk a little bit more. Maybe we'll do some live short videos out there with Jason or something.
Red rum.
Yes. All right. And this is another outro song from Must Not Kill. I don't know what that was, but thanks for hanging out, guys.
I did not write that.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the Drinking with Drew show. Stay tuned for more uploads, more shows. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Humble Social, all the socials. Our live shows are Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check us out live. You can call into the show and be a part of it. See you soon.